Yeah. Yeah, follow the way. Now Chris on over there.
He's trying to pull this square and ain't
hey, y'all little jokers gonna be acting up in there, man. Y'all know what time it is.
Hey, Shabbat Shalom, family.
Shabbat Shalom.
What we got on the board today is woe unto a slothful servant. We're going to get into the spirit of laziness. You know, everybody think laziness is just like not doing nothing. But you can go to work from 9 to 5, put in overtime, and still be lazy, according to the scripture. So we're going to get into what laziness is and how to overcome laziness and how you ain't supposed to be around lazy people. So let's get it done. Before we get started, anybody got anything on their hearts, mind, any questions? Anything? All right, let's get it done. We're going to start in 2 Thessalonians chapter 3. Let's get it done.
You say 2 Thessalonians?
Yeah, chapter 3. We're going to start at verse 1. Woe unto a slothful servant. Thessalonians chapter 3, starting at verse 1.
Everybody needs to get there. Reading from the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 3, verse 1. Finally, brethren, pray for us, that the word of the Most High may have free course and be glorified even as it is with you, and that we may be delivered from unreasonable and wicked men.
You hear that? We're going off to say pray for us, that the word of the Most High have a free course and that we may be delivered from wicked men. So we're going to see what fall under this wicked man title. Come on.
For all men have not faith. But the Most High is faithful, who shall establish you and keep you from evil.
Come on.
And we have confidence in the Most High touching you, that ye both do and will do the things which we command you.
You hear that? So he's going on record. He's like, look, y'all supposed to be doing the things that the Lord commanded you to do. Commanded you to do. Right? Now in the beginning, what he commanded Adam to do? Just to keep the garden, right? And teach the ways of Melchizedek. Right? Come on.
And the Most High direct your hearts into the love of Yah.
Into the what?
Into the love of Yah.
Into the love of Yah. With love comes zeal. With love comes zeal. But a lot of people come into this truth, have zeal and have fire, and then all of a sudden they run out of gas. They run out. Come in heavy hitters. They on street corners teaching. They in class every Shabbat. Everybody they walk into, they tell who God is. Do you know your true identity? And then as months and years pass, slowly but surely, they stop doing these things. What is that? But yet and still, they go to work every day. They still paying their bills. They still at the bars. They still at all the holy feast days. Huh? You see them on the weekends after the Shabbat class. Don't never see them in Shabbat class. What is that? So you see that they doing things, so they not lazy, but they lazy because you doing everything under the sun, but you not doing what you was commanded to do. And what were we commanded to do? To be servants of the Most High, to keep His commandments, and teach this word. Male or female. Ain't nobody exempt. Go forth and be fruitful. So how is you fruitful in all these worldly things, but you know the truth? You was fruitful in the truth at first, and all of a sudden you took a break? Huh? There ain't no days off when it comes to the work of the Lord. Come on.
And the Lord direct your hearts into the love of Yah and into the patient waiting for Hamashiach.
Come on.
Now we command you, brethren, in the name of our Elohim, Yahushua HaMashiach, that ye withdraw yourselves from every brother that walketh disorder.
It says, withdraw yourselves from every brother that walketh disorder. Meaning is he not going with the order of Yahweh, then don't be around him. Withdraw yourself. That means don't be around him, right? Alright, so why are we still hanging around brothers that's disorderly then? Huh? Let's look at that word disorderly though. Look it up real fast. Keep reading here, bro.
And not after the tradition which he received of us.
You hear that? And the tradition that they received of Shaul and them was the traditions and the teachings of Melchizedek.
That's right.
So it says if he ain't down with Melchizedek, you don't need to be around. Now, of course, you got to let him know, hey, you was off in this area and that area, but if he's not willing to repent and come back into the fold after that, then you supposed to withdraw yourself from him. But we finna see what falls under this disorder. Because everybody think it's just like, you know, all these sins like committing adultery and stealing from your brother. But it's something real small that we just look over all the time. And one of these things is called being slothful. That's disorder. Got that word?
It's G 812 at octel to be disorderly, of soldiers marching out of order or quitting ranks.
You hear that? Quitting ranks. You appointed to be a sergeant. You appointed to be a sergeant, but you acting like private eye. Huh? You read the Strong's?
Quitting ranks.
To be neglectful of duty.
You hear that? To do what?
To be neglectful of duty.
That is disorderly. To be neglectful of duty, meaning I give you a charge and you don't keep. What is that called? It's called being slothful.
Insubordinate.
Insubordinate. So that is the meaning of slothfulness. Having a task to complete and don't complete the task. Or you do complete the task, but you do it without a zeal. It's like a hug. It's like how he is when we get up for work in the morning. Negroes don't be ready to punch that clock, but they get up and do it. You can't be like that with God. You have to have a zeal when you completing the task that he gives you. It's supposed to be a type of feeling there. That feeling is called the love of God. It's a love. And that's what these churches have lost. What did he tell that church? He said, you have lost your first love. What was that first love he lost? It was the zeal. Because if you read the sentence, he gave them a compliment for actually doing the work. So they was doing the work, but they lost the zeal for doing that work. And we be treating God like we treat our jobs. Oh, I ain't going to work today. Oh, I'm calling off of God's clock today. But soon as judgment day comes, you're going to be respecting the reward. But you've been a slothful servant. You don't get paid. Scripture says you don't work, you don't eat. He wasn't just talking about a 9 to 5. We got to remember this is a spiritual book. Everything he talked about have a spiritual aspect.
That's right.
Come on,
Yeah. Comment. Partial obedience is disobedience.
Yeah, partial obedience is slothfulness.
That's this next one right here. To be lawless.
To be lawless.
To lead a disorderly life.
You hear that? So being lazy in spirit, being a lazy servant of God is clearly just not keeping the commandments. And the breaking of commandments is what? Ain't that sin? So it's a sin to be what? Slothful. That's a major sin. Because it leads to breaking everything else. Like, who are you to receive this word, to receive this gift from God, to receive the Holy Ruach, and then to not give it away? To just keep it to yourself? Who are you? You don't even own it. Somebody gave you something for free. You're supposed to give it away for free. I just watched it today when we went to Aldi's to get the food. I got the quart for free. He didn't offer, hey, I don't want no porter. I did the same thing. So as I brought my quart out, I gave somebody else. And I bet you it's still going on right now. That's how the truth supposed to be. Like, who are we to keep it bundled up for ourselves and don't want to give it away to nobody? And then when we do, it's like we got to force ourselves to do it. You should never have to force yourself to go on the streets and teach the word of God. I should never have to force myself to be here right now and to feed the flock. Who is that? You were created to do that, right? Don't make no sense. Come on.
And the scripture also tells us that the Most High requires obedience over sacrifice. So this should be something that you do freely. You know, you want to do this. You want to serve the Most High. You know, it's not laborious to do that. You know the difference between right and wrong. Verse 7.
Hold on, let me finish this. The strong definitions of it. It's also 8:13. To be, that is, act irregular, behave self-disorderly.
All right, come on. So he finna break down the disorderly, because disorderly means it's just out of order. But he finna show you exactly what disorder conduct he was talking about. Come on.
Verse 7. For yourselves know how ye ought to follow us, For we behave not ourselves disorderly among you.
He said, look, the way y'all acting, we don't do that amongst y'all. So obviously we giving y'all example on how to be, because y'all not being how he is. And we come teaching the word and the doctrine of Hamashiach, the Melchizedek teaching. Come on.
Neither did we eat any man's bread for naught, but wrought with labor and travail night and day.
He said that they work what?
Night and day.
Night and day they work to bring forth this truth. Night and day. Night and day. Wroth with it. Meaning no matter what, they got the word out. Just like the civil war in Israel, what Molly was talking about last week. They get locked up. What they do? As soon as they get locked up, they get out and go back to the same place that they got locked up from. That's how we supposed to be in spirit. Because we supposed to be, we working for a paycheck, a spiritual paycheck. And what is that? That is everlasting rest. But the crazy thing is the Negro will punch the clock 9 to 5 every morning to make sure they get them bills paid, but they don't do the same to their spiritual body. You gotta die. Where you gonna be at? Look, rent better be paid when you die. Where you gonna dwell at? Huh? Where is you gonna dwell at? If you don't pay your light bill, what happened to your lights? If you don't pay your glorified body bill, what's gonna happen to that body? It's going to the lake of the fire. You won't have no house of many mansions. You ain't dwelling no more. Your dwelling place is gonna be in the lake because you've been slothful. So a Negro can say they got this, they got that. I got my GED, my bachelor's degree, my associates, whatever all that stuff is. At the end of the day, if you're not doing what your purpose is, and that's to be look, he created you for his glory. You know what glory means? Look at that word. It backs up the word light. It's part of the aura. We supposed to be light unto each other and onto the Gentiles, right? So if the only way you can do that is by showing forth this truth. If you're not showing forth this truth, you lazy. I don't care what worldly things and possession you have accomplished. What does that do for my spirit? What does that do for me? What does that do for you?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, laziness is a sin. Come on.
Neither did we eat any man's bread for naught, but wrought with labor and travail night and day, that we might not be chargeable to any of you.
Come on.
Not because we have not power, but to make ourselves an example unto you to follow us.
You hear that? So that's what they did. They worked and they showed their works and they didn't ask for nothing. They wasn't lazy. All to show them an example of what life really supposed to be. Like, man, they here laboring for us. They teaching us his words, sun up to sundown. They ain't asking for no water, nothing to drink. They ain't asking for no payments or none of that. To gain followers. You know what I'm saying? Who would want to follow a man like that? Huh? He all work. No play for the Most High. All praise. Come on.
Verse 10. For even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any would not work, neither should he eat.
You hear that? If you don't work, you don't eat. But look, everybody read this verse and take it as face value. Remember, he talking spiritually the whole time because he was talking about disorder, not keeping the traditions of Christ. So this is a spiritual saying right here that go over a lot of people's heads. Now you finna break it down. Come on, you bro.
For we hear that there are some which walk among you disorderly.
Come on.
Working not at all.
You hear that? Working not at all. So that was the disorderly he was talking about. People so-called in this truth not putting in no what? Work.
You want to talk about no W-2?
He wasn't talking about no W-2s at all. W-2s didn't even exist. Huh?
He wasn't talking about working 40 hours.
He wasn't talking about nothing about no job. He was talking about putting in work for the Most High God. Gaining souls. And look, this is how Paul was so pissed off at this. He even talked about it in 1 Thessalonians. The first letter he wrote them, he said the same thing. They didn't get the point. So now he got to start like actually pointing people out. Huh? He did the same thing in Corinthians. He's like, look, where is y'all works at? Where is y'all works? What's going on? Then Christ went on record and said the same thing in the book of Revelations. He's like, look, y'all left y'all first love. He said, I see y'all works. I know what y'all doing. Hey, I applaud y'all for y'all patience. But hey, this is where you went off at. You left your first love. It's not work if it's not zeal applied to it. What's the point of praying when you don't have zeal in your prayer? Oh, Heavenly Father. Like, who even pray like that? Where is the zeal at? You gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? Same thing when you put in work for the Most High. It's supposed to be a zeal for it. You supposed to love it, want to do it. It's supposed to stimulate your mind and turn you on, like intellectually. Like actually, you supposed to feel it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see how even the brothers that be on the street corners, even though they be, some of them be off. I'm talking, speaking on the ones that do believe in the Mashiach. It be a zeal there. How you think they out there for all them hours? I done watched brothers be out burning hot, the heat, rain, sleep, snow, out in the cold, teaching the word. That's called a zeal. Once you lose that zeal, I don't care if you stay working or not, that is being slothful because you're making it grievous now. Now it's a grievous thing. You should never have, when you punch the clock of God, it should never be, I punch the clock of God. Ever. Come on.
Working not at all.
Working what?
Not at all.
He said they ain't working at all. They not putting in no work. Come on.
But are busybodies.
But a busybody. So look, check this out. The Negro ain't putting in no work for the Lord, in the truth, ain't putting in no work, but he's a busybody. So you putting in all this work, telling everybody else's business and everybody else's situations, but you ain't putting in no work. So that means you in church for what? Oh, look at what this nigga got on today. No, this nigga did come here with that on. Or nigga, you heard about sheep group? Yeah, oh, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Some have, you hear something over the week. You gotta, let me see if they show up in class. If I can see the look on their face, see if it's true. You ain't even here to receive the word, to go out and teach the word. He say, working not at all, but a busybody. How is that even possible? So you working being a busybody, but you're not working bringing forth the truth.
Oh, man.
That's a sin. That's all. And a lot of us be doing it. And that is not right. And look, the crazy thing is, how can you gain knowledge and information if you're too busy worried about somebody else and their personal situations that have nothing to do with God? Woe unto a slothful servant. Come on.
Verse 12.
Start reading 11 again.
Verse 11. For we hear that there are some which walk among you disorderly, working not at all, but are busybodies.
Ain't putting in no work for the Lord, but know everybody busy.
I ain't the one that gossips. You heard from me. Living color, Miss Benita is
Now them that are such we command and exhort by our Elohim, Yahawashi HaMashiach, with quietness they work and eat their own bread. But ye, brethren, be not weary in well-doing.
You hear that? Read 12 one more time. Read it slow.
Now them that are such we command and exhort by our Elohim, Yahawashi HaMashiach, that with quietness they work.
You hear that? With quietness you work. Quit working to try to get paid openly. So he said when you work quiet, just like Christ did. He healed, he didn't say go run and tell the world. Did he? When he did his healing thing, he ducked off. He said, look, don't even tell nobody I just did this work. Same way you supposed to be working. Come on.
That with quietness they work and eat their own bread.
Yeah, and they eat their own bread. You work for it, you eat your own bread. We're trying to eat off everybody else's plate. Why are you trying to eat off trying to glory in another man's flesh? Who does that? He put in the work, he put in the work. Why am I trying to get glorified and have glorification off somebody else's work? Huh? When I get to the kingdom of heaven, they ain't gonna be like, yeah, Yaki, you gonna get the kingdom of heaven for Malachi's work.
No.
They don't even work like that. Huh? Come on, you bro.
Verse 13. But ye, brethren, be not weary in well-doing.
You hear that? Don't be weary in well-doing. Don't make it grievous because you got to put in work for the Lord. When you sharing this truth, it ain't supposed to feel like it's a burden on you. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be trying to let these burdens off by sharing the truth, by telling the truth, by getting people into a Mashiach Yahawashi. But we see a lot of Israelites making this like it's a 9 to 5. A Negro do not want to punch that clock in the morning. And they applying this same weary and this same burden and system to the Most High work. And it's totally different. It's totally different. If that was the case, then you shouldn't be able to do the Most High work on the Shabbat either. See what I'm saying? It don't make any sense. Like we got to quit being slothful in the spirit. Just because you work a 9 to 5, just because you got 2 cars, 2 cell phones, clothes on your back, food in your refrigerator, just because you got all these accomplishments, college degrees, that don't mean nothing if you ain't putting in work for the Most High. You're still lazy and slothful. And I didn't say that, scripture said that. What it said, okay, if I gain the world and lose my soul, then obviously that don't mean nothing.
You shall burn.
You shall burn. So we got to start putting in work for the Most High. And not to be doing it to be seen of man. A lot of people do it just to be seen. Or we need to hit the streets and this and that. Okay, if it's that important to you, take your ass to the street by yourself. If it's that important.
You don't need no help. You can do it by yourself.
Letting you know it's to be seen of man. That's called being lazy. I don't care how much work you put in. If it's to be seen of man, it's in vain. You're lazy. Come on.
Verse 14.
Yeah, 2 cell phones.
And if any man obey not our word by this epistle.
Say that again.
And if any man obey not our word by this epistle.
So remember, he's telling you to quit being lazy. Quit being slothful. He said, I know those that don't work at all. He called it disorderly. And he said, if you don't work, you don't eat. Speaking spiritually. He said, if any man obey not and don't listen to this letter that I'm telling you about, come on.
Know that man.
He said, know him. Meaning, don't be around his lazy self. Why do you want to be around a lazy, slothful Hebrew anyway? You're not producing nothing. If you lazy and I'm with you all the time, that means I ain't doing no work either. Am I lying, bro? I have always with the lazy. That means I ain't putting in no work either. So now it's 2 lazy people together, ain't bearing no fruit. Hey, for real, bro, on some real stuff. And the crazy thing is, we're back there. And then the crazy thing is, y'all build with one another. Okay, how can y'all distinguish what's right or wrong then? Who else is in this conversation? Who else is building? It's only y'all building fruit for one another. No, we're supposed to go forth and teach this word. And look, we all do it in our own ways. People do it through their music. People do it through their craftsmanship. People do it through their work. But everything you do, you was created for the glory. You was created to keep the commandments. So if you find something you have a talent in, push the word through. Push the word through. So if I got a 9 to 5 and I gotta work overtime, that means when I get home, I need to be doing the same thing. So if I gotta work all day long just to pay my bills, well, I need to get up 2 hours early to get the scripture in. And then I can go spread my fruit while I'm at work. But you don't take days off to put days on with the word. Don't make sense. You don't never take days off of God to make sure your rent's paid. God come before all of that. And look, read through scriptures. How many people suffer? Huh? What should I always say? He didn't have no clothes. He had to send a letter to tell old boy that winter was coming to give him his coat back. He didn't have no place to stay, no place to lay his head. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, when you suffer and when you are tried, that's what make you reach your full potential. But you can't do that being lazy. Like, how is people content sitting on their ass all day? And I'm not talking about physically. I'm talking about spiritually. How many people y'all walk across every day and just say shalom or hey to? You know what I'm saying? Or you be like, hey, what's up, my brother? But there was an opportunity you could have put them on point. Huh? Get you a card. At least hand out a card or something. Make some flyers if you don't want to speak. But like, it's time for us, because everybody that passed you up and you consciously didn't make them aware of what it was, now you're partaking in that blood. Come on.
Know that man.
It says, know him. He lazy, know him. Hey, that's a lazy person. I can't be around him. Nothing fruitful comes from this situation. Come on.
And have no company with him.
You hear that? Don't even have no company. What is you doing hanging around somebody lazy? What work is going to get accomplished here? Huh? Only thing going to get accomplished is talking about what y'all need to do. But it never gets done. My mama call it basement thinking. You be in your mama's basement with all these big old dreams, but never accomplish none of them. Because you never leave the basement. Huh? Your chair got the butt print in it, because you sit in it so much. Everybody got that chair. Come on.
That he may be ashamed. Yet count him not as an enemy.
You hear that? Right. You can't count him as an enemy. Because you probably can put some fire under him to get him going. You probably can holler, pray for him, let him know, or just show him the works. Let him be lonely, or let her be lonely. If they lazy sitting on their butt all the time and you the one getting up and going, eventually they don't want to be a part of it because they gonna get tired of sitting by themselves.
Yeah.
Especially when you come back and it's good. Look, man, we gained 10 souls. Talking about what's cracked off. You know what I'm saying? It was hot in the streets today. You like, man, I should have came. You know? Straight up. Come on.
So he's not an enemy. He's just a brother that needs some fire on him.
That's it.
That's it. And maybe through your hard work and due diligence, maybe he'll get motivated.
Most definitely.
Or she'll get motivated and say, you know what, how about I work righteousness and not waste my time. Like, I got enough time to gossip about anything, but not enough time to do what thus saith the Most High.
Right, exactly.
So maybe just your light shining will be a motivating factor for that person to get on up. So they're not an enemy. You know, so you see your brother being lazy or some fireman dwindle down over the years, he's not your enemy. You know what I'm saying? And that's balance that we need to learn as well. You'll be lazy ass, the hell with you. Just through your actions and what you do, it'll motivate the brother and sister. You feel me? Say, oh, hey, it's on the crack. I mean, that's a righteous, I don't want to call it competition, but you know, just by him going even harder, make you say, let me step my game up. You ain't leave me in the dust.
Look, that's how the past week I've been working. Molly done dropped 6 videos. I'm like, oh, work got me messed up. I'm gonna go hard next week. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's inspiring righteousness. It's inspiring each other, and that's what we gotta do for one another. But like, if we around each other and ain't no fruit going forth, or we ain't gaining souls, and why are we hanging with each other? Like, what are we doing? We spinning our own wheels. Like, we gotta get this lazy spirit up off of us. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not talking about going to work every day. Everybody does that. That's what you're supposed to do. Otherwise, you ain't gonna have no house over your head. I'm talking about working for the Most High, punching that clock, doing overtime for that clock, and stop making it greedy. Like, people, I wonder how many of y'all actually drag yourselves to this building today. I used to do that at church. Like, I used to hate going to church. Like, Grandma, I gotta go to church again, man. Drag, like, oh, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't supposed to be like that when we in this truth, though, at all. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 15 again. Yet count him not as an enemy, but admonish him as a brother.
Come on.
Now the Most High of peace himself give you peace always by all means.
Yes.
The Most High be with you all. The salutation of Paul with mine own hand, which is the token in every epistle, so I write.
You hear that? You say, look, I'm putting in work by simply even writing this letter. You know how many letters Paul wrote? Like, he's constantly, not only is he traveling putting in work, he on the highways and byways putting in work, he's on ships, he's selling. Like, remember he shipwrecked? He on the waters. And the whole time he's doing this, putting forth this truth, he's writing churches that he established, or churches that's been established. He's like, hey, look, y'all been off in this area. Y'all need to get it right in this area. Same thing Christ did. When he sent the Spirit to holler at the 7 churches, the 7 wives. He like, look, y'all off in this area. Y'all need to get on this. Come on.
The grace of our Master, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, be with you all. Amen.
Amen. Look, let's get it. 2 Peter. 2 Peter's 1. 2 Peter's 1. It's every 30 minutes. 2 Peter's 1. Yeah, 2 Peter's 1. We're gonna do 7 through 10.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta get that spirit of God.
We got that Luke 9, you know what?
Yeah, we do that too.
57 through 62.
Alright, do 9.
Yeah, 57 through 62.
Got that on, right? Yeah, 2 Peter's 1, bro. 7 through 10.
7 through 10.
2 Peter chapter 1, verse 7. And to godliness, brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness, charity. For if these things be in you, and abound.
Hey, go on, bro. Go on back.
Yeah, start at 1.
When they on me, I'm surprised she ain't far off. You sleeping on your job, she maybe it's slow, please. They on me, you do like, go on back.
Start that at 1.
2 Peter chapter 1, verse 1. Simon Peter, a servant and apostle of Jesus Christ.
A servant and apostle. A servant and apostle. You know what servant means? Meaning he do work for the heavenly Father. A lot of us call ourselves servants, got servants embedded in our name, but we ain't even doing the work. How is that? How is that even possible? You're a false flag. Huh? A pancake, you flip-flop. You're lukewarm, spin strap. Come on.
To them that have obtained like precious faith with us through the righteousness of God and our Savior, Yahushua.
Come on.
Grace and peace be multiplied unto you through the knowledge of God and of Jesus our Lord, according as his divine power hath given unto us all things that pertain unto life and godliness through the knowledge of him that had called us to glory and virtue.
Power.
Yeah, he's saying the only way you can even attain this knowledge is if you seek him. And when you seek him, you got to seek him diligently. To even get that to pertain everlasting life. Like Mally said the last week, to even be called in Hebrew is an action word. It's an action word. To be a Hebrew Israelite, that's an action word. It's just not, it's a title to an action. It's a constant motion. You got to move forward. You can't call yourself a Hebrew. Hebrew means to cross over, one who passed through, one from beyond. That means you're constantly moving. You actually is a spiritual being having a human experience. You heard and you gone. But the whole time you got to be walking. You can't get stuck stagnant in the word. That's laziness. You just passing through. The Passover, Abari, Hebrew. Come on.
Verse 4. Whereby are given unto us exceeding great and precious promises.
What kind of promises?
Exceeding great and precious promises.
So you got, what does it mean to exceed? Above and beyond. Exceeding great and precious promises. Who gonna want that?
Gotta work for it though.
Exceeding great, not just great, exceedingly great.
And that means you gotta work for it though. And look, the crazy thing is, you go to work for the 9 to 5 and you expect that paycheck. But then you don't go to work for God and you expect the kingdom. It don't even weigh itself out right. Like the same work you putting in, you're supposed to be going 10 times harder in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
That by these ye might be partakers of the divine nature.
Ooh, what kind of nature? What?
Divine nature.
That's the immortality,
Yeah. All right. Having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust.
But look, if you busy doing the Lord's work, you're not in the world. How is you in the world? You don't listen to the radio no more. You ain't got time for it. You don't watch TV. You don't hide. You too busy putting together lessons. You too busy reading your Bible. When you ain't at work trying to keep a house over your head, you doing stuff that pertains to the Lord. You can't follow Christmas. You too busy doing the Feast of Dedication. You know what I'm saying? Like once you really get into this truth and you actively in the truth. Notice the word I put before there. Actively in the truth.
Yeah.
Active. Meaning I see your face, and even if I don't see your face, other people seeing your face. Meaning you putting in work. You don't have time for worldly things. Like worldly things is what make us lazy. Give a Negro some birds, a TV, and a radio.
And some chicken.
And some chicken. And some chicken. Ain't no word going forth. No word. It's going to be vain conversations of men. That's all it's going to be. Vain conversations. This stuff produce vain conversations. That's what it's going to be. Then you're going to arguing about something that don't matter. Got your nose tooted up to each other. And ain't no fruit been gained. Ain't no fruit been dropped. Ain't no seeds been planted. So all these worldly things, the lust of the world keeps you away from the truth. It keeps you away from doing the work of God. And if you're not doing the work of God, I don't care how much work you're doing, you are slothful. That's what he means by slothful. When he say a man don't work, he don't eat, he meant that spiritually. But you see he applied it to a physical form too. But if you don't punch that clock and you don't pay that rent, guess what? You're going to get that eviction notice. So same thing. So if we can understand this in the physical aspect, why aren't we applying it spiritually when it comes to the Most High? Because that's the ultimate house, ain't it? The house of many mansions. Isn't that our ultimate dwelling place? Well, look, rent better be paid. You got to pay the landlord. I don't know. Or get evicted. This is what it is. And you got to work to do that. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 5. And besides this, giving all diligence.
Giving all what?
Diligence.
Look up that word diligence. You read Hebrew.
Add to your faith virtue.
Ooh, add to your faith virtue. Giving all diligence, comma, add to your faith virtue. So what adds to your faith virtue? When you constantly working. And you know what virtue means, right? Power. Add to your faith power by continuously working. Because faith without works is what?
Dead.
Dead. So the only way to even gain that is by your works. In your faith. That's what make it powerful. That's what make your faith powerful. The work you put in front of it. Or the work you put behind it, shall I say. Because you believe, then you work. Come on.
And to virtue, knowledge.
Come on.
And to knowledge, temperance. And to temperance, patience. And to patience, godliness.
Now, hey, look, every word that we just mentioned, into all of these actually action words, these are action words. Come on.
And to godliness, brotherly kindness.
Ooh.
And to brotherly kindness, charity.
You hear that? Notice that always is founded. The foundation of everything is always love. Always love. And that's why he told the church, he said, look, y'all been good, y'all been putting in work, but you have left your first love. That first love was that zeal of God. It's the zeal. It's that zeal that we left. Like, okay, you putting in work, but it ain't no zeal behind it. You making it grievous when you do it. Huh? Whenever you got heart putting in the work of God on your calendar, that's a problem. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna put in the work of the Lord Monday at 6 o'clock. What do you mean? Get up and do the work. Huh? You should be at work, mouth just go. You should be at work going on. At work putting people on. Huh? And your card, like, it should go forth so much that when people see you, they already know. They already know what it is. Huh? Everywhere you go, you pull up to a drive-through, drop a Jew, Shalom. What do that mean? I'm glad you asked. Huh? We're gonna pull over and come in. Like, we don't even set ourselves up in situations like that. Why not though? 100 people that pass you up, you ain't tell nobody about this truth. You didn't see 100 new people today. You lazy. This is what it is. You're lazy. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 8.
He got the diligence. Let's read this diligence.
Diligence is G4710, and it's haste, with haste, earnestness, diligence.
That's right.
Earnestness to accomplishing.
You hear that? Earnestness with diligence, like with haste, you're trying to accomplish something. Kind of like, say if you got a race and whoever win the race get $1 million. Boy, Negroes would be looking like Flash out there. Same, but look, why don't we do this same thing with the kingdom? That's greater than any treasure, right? Huh? And we know that we gotta die, so why not we seeking that earnestly? Why not we diligent like that and we run into the kingdom, getting there and gathering everybody else? I want to see y'all, if I make it, I want all y'all to be there with me. So why I'm not gonna be trying to let everybody know? Huh? So like, where did we become lazy at? Like, where do we get this from? But we not lazy in anything else though. We quick to do everything else. Huh? Studio, games, work, cutting grass, looking good.
Eat.
Huh? Hair be twisted all up. Eating, right? Cooking. Huh? We be having all kinds of vain competition. Like, when we gonna have a competition for God? Huh? Like, hey, how many souls did you save today? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's start doing stuff like that. Like, challenge each other and inspire each other spiritually. We don't be doing that though. Why is that?
Man, you was scared to drop a jewel today, man.
Right.
I seen you over here. You was scared. Hoping somebody wouldn't say nothing.
That's great. Come on, bro.
Verse 8.
Hold on, he ain't done.
Okay, go ahead.
Promoting or striving after anything.
Hear that? Promoting. It says seeking, diligently, hasting. We supposed to be doing that for God. We do that for everything else but that. Huh? Y'all see them Negroes when the Jordans first come out, line be wrapped. They be actually camping outside. Line be wrapped around the building. Huh? But there's only what, 50 people down here right now? Just like if you weigh the odds, it's just like we done messed up as a people. Huh? We labor in everything else, but when it comes to God, we vain as hell. Very vain, very lazy. Huh? Like I said, that butt print on your chair be deep as hell. You like, you've been sitting here for 10 years. Never get up to do nothing. If you do, it's to go get a chicken wing and some burger. Huh? You know about every show? Huh? What's that show? Lucius Lyon and them? Huh? You know about all that? Can't wait till your show. Got your DVR on record? Huh? Can recall all of that? No songs? You know full-blown songs, word for word, but don't know the 10 Commandments? Lazy. Come on.
Out of the strong definition, G4692 also is speed that is by implication, dispatch, eagerness, earnestness, business, earnest, carefulness, diligence, forwardness, haste.
See, it should be like, I can't wait to get to class. Oh, God, please wake me up in the morning so I can spread some more of your truth. It's supposed to be like that. Now, I can't wait till I get up. Yeah, you know, she said she bought me something. You looking like everything that our mind be on is vain. It's not about pushing forth this kingdom work. It's not about teaching the word of God, bringing forth the gospel. And for that makes you lazy and slothful. And slothfulness is a sin. And there's no place in heaven for a slothful spirit. No place in heaven for that. Come on, Hebrew. Move on.
Verse 8. For if these things be in you and abound, they make you that ye shall neither be barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge of our Lord Jesus Christ.
You hear that? So these spirits rest on you. You ain't supposed to be barren. It ain't supposed to feel like no burden. And it said you bet not be unfruitful. Because he gave you a gift. And you're supposed to be sharing this gift. So he said, if all of this, if these spirits rest upon you, the spirit of patience, knowledge, temperance, all these fruits of the spirit, you're supposed to be giving it to somebody else. Remember, it's called fruit. Fruit produces what? Seeds. So you're supposed to constantly be planting seeds. And if you're not, then what?
You're unfruitful.
You're unfruitful. And an unfruitful tree is made for what? What we do with unfruitful trees? Chop them down and you put them in the fire, brother. You chop them down and you put them in the fire. So like, why we not looking at ourselves like that? Huh? Come on.
But he that lacketh these things is blind.
Ooh, you hear that? You lack of these things, which is diligence, patience, temperance, the work of the Lord, you're blind. Huh? You know what blind is, right? I mean, you walking into a brick wall all day because you don't know where you're going. Huh? Lumps on your head this big. Come on.
And cannot see afar off. And had forgotten that he was purged from his old sins.
You hear that? You even forgot you was purged from your own sin, your old sins, because you back in your sin. You back in them. You stagnant. Y'all know water gets stale? You stale water. Water supposed to bring forth life. But when it's sitting, it's not being drunk, it turns stale. That's some of the most nastiest tasting stuff ever. Huh? So now you left a bad taste in your own mouth because you not bringing forth truth. But you got all these plans for the world, though. Right. All these plans for the world, all these ambitious goals, and ain't none of them the kingdom. But you know truth, though. You a liar. The truth ain't in you, and you will not get the kingdom because you lazy. It's heavy. Yeah, that stuff, boy. Kind of cut, don't it? Come on.
Wherefore the rather, brother, give diligence.
It says give what?
Give diligence.
There you go again. Y'all know what that definition means? Meaning move in haste, be earnest, be eager to spread forth this truth, to gain fruit out here. It says give diligence. Come on.
To make your calling and election sure.
So how do you make your calling and election sure to the kingdom of God? By doing what? Go hard. It's not a soft walk. We're not just skating to the kingdom. None of that. Huh? Most likely you ain't gonna have no shoes and no socks on, and it's gonna be some burning hot coals. But hey, if you make it through these burning hot coals and the swords and the alligators in the swamp, hey, that's how hard it be. Hey, look, you got pearly gates, streets of gold. But you can't get there walking slow. Time wait for no man, especially not for us. Huh? We a vapor. Huh? Oh no, I just do it tomorrow. Yeah, I want you to sit down with me. I got questions about this truth. Oh, well, I gotta work. I get off at 10, so I'm gonna be tired. I'm gonna go. Let's do it Saturday. Like, man, that's 5 days from now. Nigga, you don't know if we both gonna be living there. I'm trying to get this truth now. So what happens if that person do leave and God do take that person? So you think you not gonna have to answer that on Judgment Day? Honestly? Alright. Look, we better quit being slothful and lazy. Like, we supposed to be dropping jewels everywhere we go. Everywhere we go. Everywhere. Everywhere we go, we're supposed to be planting seeds and just letting them sprout up. That's how you work towards the faith. That's how the faith gets the actual power, and that power gives you actually this card into the kingdom. Because you look, what Paul said when he was on his deathbed, he said, I ran a good what? I ran a good race. He didn't say I walked a good walk. I sat on that couch very well. He said I ran a good race. Huh? He said I put in my work. My time's up. Hey, I see y'all when y'all get there. If y'all not being lazy as hell. Huh? Come on.
For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall. That's all for 10.
Yeah, read 11.
For so an interest shall be ministered unto you abundantly into the everlasting kingdom of our Lord and Savior Yahushua.
Yeah. 12.
Wherefore I will not be negligent to put you always in remembrance of these things, though ye know them and be established in the present
You hear that? Even though you know this truth, every time you see me, I'm gonna keep repeating myself. Huh? I'm gonna make sure it's in your head. And notice he did it though, because because this is Paul, right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody think Peter wrote this. This is Shaul. And notice all these people he wrote to, like when he was talking to the church of Corinth, he said the same thing to them twice. The Thessalonians, and the first Thessalonians and the second letter, he like, look, what's up with all this laziness? Like, what's going on? Like, and then what they was doing in Thessalonians, they were straight being lazy and still eating off of other man's work. How's you glorying in somebody else's flesh? Not only is that weird, that's kind of homophobic. How's he doing all the work in it? Yeah, you know, Malachi, it's my brother. Yeah, man, you know, we teach all the time. You ain't never taught nothing though. Huh? It don't make sense. Something is not adding up. Put in your own work. Put your hand to the plow, your own self. Get paid for what you do. Talk about what you do. Forget what everybody else doing. What about you? What about Yaki? What Yaki doing? What your way of doing? What brand you doing? You know what I'm saying? We got to see what we doing out here. Come on.
Yeah, I had something to add to that. This scripture here I'm reading is Luke 19. But it's talking about men who had came and Christ was just showing this to them. He had given men a pound. And they giving men a pound. You got certain men who had diligence, who had did the work. You know, and some of these men that came out with the pound had gained things. You know, this pound had gained me 10 pounds. This pound had gained me 5 pounds. These were those that was out there who was diligent, had the work of the Most High, got out there, spread the seeds, but their pounds had gained them pounds. But the last man, the pound gained him no pounds. Because he didn't care.
He put it in the knife.
He did nothing with it. You know, so that's when we talk about the slothfulness, there was the slothfulness in it. And Christ called him a wicked servant.
And he said toe tag and body bag.
But your own words shall I say.
You know I was all stirred man.
It was like this, yeah.
But peep this though. If you
read that, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna read it. We're gonna read it toward the end.
Okay.
Yeah. Where's that? 19 to 21. Jump to 19. Same chapter.
Same chapter.
Yeah, 19.
All right, cool. I'm going to start at verse 18, the same chapter. And this voice which came from heaven, we heard when we were. All right, I'm just starting at 13. I'm going to finish 13 all the way out.
Come on, let's get it.
Yeah. Verse 13. Yeah, I think it meet, as long as I am in this tabernacle, to stir you up by putting you in remembrance, knowing that shortly I must put off this my tabernacle.
Everybody, we all have to put off this body. Come on.
Even as our Lord Yahushua showed me. Moreover, I will endeavor that ye may be able after my decease to have these things always in remembrance.
And why do you have them always in remembrance? So you can recall them and give it to somebody else. Ain't no point for you to be remembering nothing and don't nobody else around you. Huh? How is that? You look, you hang with 10 brothers every day, you hit the lotto, and you the only Negro with $1 million, you ain't broke no bread off? What is that doing for your brothers? Huh? Come on.
For we have followed cunning devised fables. I'm sorry, I'll read that again. For we have not followed cunning devised fables, when we made known unto you the power and coming of our Lord Yahushua, but were eyewitnesses of his majesty. For he received from God the Father honor and glory, when there came such a voice to him from the excellent glory. This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. And this voice which came from heaven we heard, when we were with him in the mount, in the holy mount. We have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed, as unto a light that shineth in a dark place, until the day dawn, and the day star arise in your hearts, knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation. For the prophecy came not in old time by the will of man, but holy men of God spake as they were moved by the Holy Ghost.
That's right. That's right. Let's hit Proverbs. Let's get to some Proverbs. Let's go get into a couple of stories. Let's go to Proverbs 6. Proverbs 6, 1 through 8. Go into a slothful servant. Did y'all see how crazy that is, though? Somebody that goes work 9 to 5, got all these degrees and stuff, but if they ain't putting in work for the Most High, they still lazy. Still lazy. Everything you're doing is in vain. Proverbs 6, start at verse 1. Proverbs 6, start at verse 1. That's on you, said.
Proverbs chapter 6. Verse 1. My son, if thou be surety for thy friend, if thou hast stricken thy hand with a stranger, thou art snared with the words of thy mouth. Thou art taken with the words of thy mouth. Do this now, my son, and deliver thyself, when thou art come into the hand of thy friend. Go humbly, go. Humble thyself, and make sure thy friend. Give not sleep to thine eyes, nor slumber to thine eyelids.
Don't be sleeping and slumbering all the time. You just can't wait to get home to relax. We uncomfortable. We supposed to be uncomfortable.
Slipper mode.
You supposed to be comfortable in the kingdom. That's the whole point of the kingdom. Until then, we supposed to be working. Supposed to be working, doing the work of the Most High. So he said, look, quit giving yourself over to sleep all the time. Quit looking for rest in this world. You won't find it. You won't. He said, the sole of your foot will not what? See rest. It's part of the curse. Come on.
Deliver thyself as a roe from the hand of the hunter, and as a bird from the hand of the fowler. Go to the ant, thou sluggard.
Hear that? Go to the ant, thou sluggard. You know what a slug is? It's a lazy bug, and it moves slow as hell. I'm talking about super slow. Even when you put salt on them to kill them, they die slow. Like everything about them is just slow. Like everything about them is slow. Come on. But look, what do an ant do though? An ant works fast, and it works as a team. It's very sufficient. Like everything it do is to better itself. You know what I'm saying? So it says, go to the ant, thou lazy one. Meaning, go to the hard-working one, you lazy one. Come on.
Consider her ways and be wise.
It says, look at this hard worker. Consider the ways of this hard worker. And you quit being lazy. Be wise. Find wisdom in that. Meaning, follow their lead. Obviously, they putting forth kingdom work, and you not. Come on.
Which have no guide, overseer, or rule.
Wow. You hear that? So it says a lazy person. What?
No, I'm talking about that.
No, the ant.
No, start from
16.
Yeah.
Go to the ant, thou sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise, which have no guide, overseer, or rule.
Right.
Provideth her meat in the summer and gathereth her food in the harvest.
You see that? So nobody is directing these ants. They directing themselves to get stuff done. They get up at their own time and make these things happen for themselves. Same thing as a bird. A bird get up and go straight where? To the ground. Go straight to the ground, get his food, bring it back to his babies. Even beetles do the same thing. I just seen a beetle carrying something on his back the other day, cutting the yard by itself. It's amazing, but we will sit on our butts and let somebody else go work for us, and then we expect to eat. You're like, hold on. So then the person be like, no, I work hard for this. I want this whole plate, and you mad, you stingy. No, Negro, you lazy. It's a difference. Come on.
Verse 9. How long without sleep, O sluggard?
Hear that? How long you gonna sleep? How long you gonna be lazy? How long you not gonna put forth this truth? Huh? How long you gonna be in that basement sitting on your butt with your feet kicked up in slipper mode? While the world is steady going, sin is steady transgressing, sin is steady like getting bigger and bigger inside the earth. But you know this truth, and you just watching it all go by. Huh? How many sinners you passed up today and ain't say repent to? How many hundreds of people you seen, new faces, that you ain't even dropped one seed? They ain't say Shalom, ain't call them Hebrew or Shebrew. Say something to get their wheels turned. Like how many people that you just walk past and ain't salute? Or ain't just be like, hey, can I talk to you for a minute? How many people? Come on.
When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep?
Say, when you gonna wake up and get to work? Huh? Everybody working, you always calling off. Then your paycheck be short and you mad. How is that even possible? Come on.
Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that travaileth.
You hear that? So it says, all the sleeping you doing, you know what comes behind it? Poverty. You know what poverty means? You ain't gonna have nothing. You ain't gonna have no fruits. So when you go into before the throne of God, you're gonna be like, look, where my work at? What you do with what I gave you? Man, I was asleep the whole time. I was tired, God. He be like, all right, well, wake up and go to the lake of fire. You're gonna be woke then forever. Everlasting torment. Like torment, everlasting torment forever. Come on.
So shall thy poverty come as one that travaileth, and thy want as an armed man.
Come on.
A naughty person, a wicked man, walketh with a forward mouth. He winketh with his eyes. He speaketh with his feet. He teacheth with his fingers.
Let's get Proverbs 19, 15 to 24.
Reverse start, right?
Verse 13.
13.
Yeah, Proverbs 19, 15 to 24. Then we'll read the story.
Before you read that, look at that word forward.
Forward, look at that word. Forward. Look at that word.
This H8419 is perversity, perversing things. The strong definition is a perversity or fraud, forwardness, perverse thing.
Perverse tongue. Come on, let's get it.
Where you at now?
We in Proverbs 19, 15 to 24. Woe unto the slothful servant, laziness.
Proverbs chapter 19, verse 15. Slothfulness. Proverbs chapter 19, verse 13. A foolish son is the calamity of his father, and the contentions of a wife are continual dropping. House and riches are inheritance of the father, and a prudent wife is from the Most High.
Right.
Slothfulness casts into a deep sleep.
You hear that? He says slothfulness and deep sleep. Notice sleep is always next to laziness. But it's the same thing. Because when you sleep, you're not doing nothing. You're not doing nothing. Your mind wandering and going, but you're not doing anything to accomplish it. So I mean, you might as well be in a coma if you're a lazy, slothful person. You might well just lay it. You might well not even leave the house. Because you leaving the house, everything you're doing is in vain anyway because you're not putting forth kingdom work. And that's the work, because look, the thing is, you have to die. We walk around and every day like we ain't got to die. You work hard for the rims on your car, for the truck. You want to keep up with the Joneses, the big house, picket fence, you know, black Labrador, all these American dream things. But you ain't, y'all know what they call it, the American dream. Yeah, got Labrador, the white picket fence, the short one, not the tall one. You know, you doing all these things for worldly gain and to look good amongst your people. But like, what are you doing to look good amongst Christ Yahweh? We're gonna judge you and be like, look, you ain't getting in this kingdom, or you can get in this kingdom because you have to die. We act like we ain't gotta die. Like ain't nobody planning for the kingdom. Like everybody want all these worldly things or want to be seen in men. Like we supposed to be just trying to be seen by God. That's all that matters, don't it? Huh? Because at the end of the day, ain't none of y'all down here finna dictate whether I make the kingdom or not. So why am I working for y'all like that? You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be working towards the will of God and doing the will of God. And if you're not, you lazy. That's what it is. Come on, you.
Slothfulness casteth into a deep sleep, and an idle soul shall suffer hunger.
You're an idle soul. Your mind is just an idle. You ever seen a car that's idle? It goes nowhere, but the engine is running. It goes nowhere. It's idle. Huh? What's going to happen? It's going to lose oil. It's going to lose gas. Huh? And then what? That whole car was just nothing because it spent this time idle. And all that it do is go to the gas station. Huh? Same thing with your body. If you're not putting forth this kingdom work, if you stagnant and idle, you will notice you tend to get cobwebs. Look, have y'all ever had a car sit for a month? It's cobwebs all in the motors. You might find a mouse or a rat inside the motor. You get that little stinky smell. Same thing that happened with you. You start losing it. You start losing your oil. You start losing that light. You start forgetting simple scripture. You be like, man, what was that scripture? It ain't there no more. It used to be short at there. Because you're losing these things because you're not exercising these things. Same thing with your muscles. You can run all day. Take a couple months off and try to run. You're going to be sore as hell, boy. See what I'm saying? Same thing is applied to the spirit. You have to exercise the spirit. And if you're not exercising your spirit, that's considered being lazy. You might as well stay asleep. And if you sleep, that means you're not awoke in the spiritual sense. And if you ain't awoke, you don't know what the kingdom of God is, meaning you can't inherit it. And this is what it is. Come on, you bro.
Verse 16. He that keepeth the commandments keepeth his soul.
You hear that? Keeping the commandments, guarding. That's another action word. That's an action. You actually have to be in action. It's action-packed to even keep the commandments. It's a constant endurance. You can't do that sitting stagnant. You can't do that having an idle mind. Come on.
But he that despiseth his ways shall die.
Come on.
He that hath pity upon the poor leadeth unto the Most High, lendeth unto the Lord, and that which he hath given will he pay him again. Chasten thy son while there is hope, and let not thy soul spare for his crime. A man of great wrath shall suffer punishment. For if thou deliver him, yet thou must do it again. Hear counsel and receive instruction, and thou mayest be wise in the latter end.
So take heed. It says, hear counsel, receive instruction. You be wise at the end because you actually listen. Notice that the people, have you ever seen the people on the path to destruction? Or you always like for instance, my mom used to always tell my little brother, like, hey, put your seatbelt on. Put your seatbelt on, like constantly. Put your seatbelt on. Put your seatbelt on. And then one day he didn't put his seatbelt on, got into that car accident. First thing he went through was the windshield. It's because he didn't take the instruction. All you have to do is put your seatbelt on. So then he goes to the hospital, and guess what the doctor said? If you would have wore your seatbelt, you wouldn't even went through the windshield. Same thing with God. Keep my commandments and live. Break my commandments and what? Die. So now we're seeing all these instructions about being lazy. He said, if you lazy, you might as well count it as sleep. You lazy, a man don't work, he don't eat. You lazy, you're not putting in this kingdom work and preaching the gospel. There is no place in my rest. You getting your rest now. That's all it is about lazy. They want their rest now, but this kingdom is not set up for rest. It's set up for work. It's part of the curse. He said you're going to have to sweat from your brow. That's what he told Al. So what, we different from that? And he's talking about that in a physical sense. So what we supposed to be doing in the spirit? Sweating. Feet supposed to be hurting for putting in work for the Lord. You sleep when you dead. Come on. Verse 20.
Verse 20. Hear counsel and receive instruction, that thou mayest be wise in thy latter end. There are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Most High, that shall stand.
That's right.
The desires of a man is his kindness, and a poor man is better than a liar.
Ooh, y'all hear that? A poor man is better than a liar. Ooh, come on.
The fear of the Most High tended to light.
See that? And that same fear is supposed to get your wheels going in the morning. That same fear is what's supposed to put fire under that button to have you teaching His word. That same fear, you supposed to like the prophets. The prophets they woed us, and they feared for the people. They cried. They're like, man, I hope they get it. They sit stagnant. They not listening to the Most High. We was talking about that yesterday. How the prophets straight wept because of what Israel was going through. So that same fear is supposed to be under us like gas to get us going to get to this kingdom. But the thing is, you just can't go to the kingdom by yourself. Bring people with you. You gotta turn this truth to other people. Like everybody down here was turned to the truth by what? Somebody. Now think about it. Everybody that put us on to the truth was lazy. Oh man, it wouldn't even be nobody down here. So we see what putting in work do for us. We got a whole congregation now. Now imagine if then none of these people, like imagine if Brother Daniel just sat stagnant and sat on this couch all the years. Like it wouldn't even be none of this for Brother Jay. It wouldn't even be none of this. So imagine if you stop right now. Like what we gonna produce? What is gonna come from that? Nothing. But you see how the little shorties getting it in the class right now, and they gonna work to keep this going, then they gonna have shorties and it's gonna keep going and getting bigger and bigger. The moment that we all start being sluggish, and the moment we start all being stagnant and slothfulness, then nothing will get produced. And what God do is something He can't use. He get rid of it. He get rid of it. Come on.
The fear of the Lord tendeth to life, and he that hath it shall abide satisfied. He shall not be visited with evil.
Now look what comes right after this verse. Look.
A slothful man hideth his hand in his bosom,
Come on.
and will not so much as bring it to his mouth again.
Come on.
Smite a scorner, and the simple will beware, and reprove one that hath understanding, and he will understand knowledge.
I'm gonna finish it off.
He that wasteth his father and chasteneth away his mother is a son that causes shame and bringeth reproach. Cease, my son, to hear the instruction that causeth to err from the words of knowledge. An ungodly witness scorneth judgment, and the mouth of the wicked devoureth iniquity. Judgments are prepared for the scorners, and the stripes for the backs of fools.
Let's get Judges. Let's read a couple stories real fast. Judges 6, Judges chapter 6. Come on, all right, we're going to go to 1 Kings. 1 Kings 13. Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah. 1 Kings 13. Then we hit that Judges. The whole chapter.
1 Kings chapter 13, verse 1.
So y'all see what slothfulness is, right? Slothfulness is not putting in work for God. That's what being lazy is. You're not putting in work for the Most High. A lot of people says, you lazy. Well, because I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to lay down for the day. I want to take a day off. It's not being lazy. Being lazy is not playing the game. Being lazy is when you're playing the game, but you ain't putting in work for the Most High. Being lazy is if you laying down all day and you ain't getting no fruits. But then you got to apply the same aspect to the physical. You know what I'm saying? Because everything you do is spiritually first, then physical. You know what I'm saying? If you're living on somebody and you're not working to pay bills, that's being lazy physical. But what comes before that? The spirit. So that's what we talking about when I say slothfulness and being sluggish. It's not putting in work for the Most High, not bearing any fruit. That is a sin. That's a sin. And that's what makes you worse than that for that. You're not bearing nothing. Like, what are you gaining? What are you putting forth to get in the end? How do you, like, you supposed to be stacking up your treasures in heaven, but how is you doing that if you're not even working for pay? Like, it's all play and no work. That's not what Hebrews do. We work then play. We play when we done. Come on.
1 Kings chapter 13, verse 1. And behold, there came a man of God out of Judah by the word of the Lord unto Bethel, and Jeroboam stood by the altar to burn incense. And he cried against the altar in the word of the Lord and said, O altar, altar, thus saith the Lord, behold, a child shall be born unto the house of David, Josiah by name, and upon thee shall he offer the priest of the high places that burn incense upon thee, and men's bones shall be burnt upon thee. And he gave a sign the same day, saying, This is the sign which the Lord had spoken. Behold, the altar shall be rent, and the ashes that are upon it shall be poured out. And it came to pass, when King Jeroboam heard the saying of the man of God, which had cried against the altar in Bethel, that he put forth his hand from the altar, saying, Lay hold on him, and his hand, which he put forth against him, dried up, so that he could not pull it in again to him. The altar also was rent, and the ashes poured out from the altar according to the sign which the man of God had given by the word of the Lord. And the king answered and said unto the man of God, Entreat now the face of the Lord thy God, and pray for me.
This old boy that dried up on. Got the little withered arm. Got to point at the prophet and arm withered up. Oh, man. You know, his heart probably fell out his chest.
Yeah.
And I imagine that you point at somebody and your whole arm just wither up. Now he's saying, pray to your God for me.
Right.
It's Jeroboam, one of the most wicked kings ever ruled in Israel. Jeroboam, you read about him, he was a rebel. Came over his own feast day, made his own priest up, switched the capital from Jerusalem to Samaria, just did what he wanted to do. Later for what the Most High got going, I'm gonna rule how I want to. Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
And pray for me, that my hand may be restored me again. And the man of God besought the Lord.
You notice that every time some calamity happens, everybody can call on the Most High.
Right.
Man, people claim they ain't no God, as soon as he gets shot.
Lord.
Same thing with him. You know what I'm saying? Some calamity happened, now he called on the Lord. Right. Yeah, I bet.
And the man of God besought the Lord. And the king's hand was restored him again, and became as it was before. And the king said unto the man of God, Come home with me, and refresh thyself, and I will give thee a reward. And the man of God said unto the king, If thou wilt give me half thine house, I will not go in with thee. Neither will I eat bread nor drink water in this place.
He said, even if you give me half the crib, I ain't
For so was he charged me by the word of the Lord, saying, Eat no bread, nor drink water, nor turn again by the same way that thou camest.
Now this came out of his own mouth. He said, the Lord said, I ain't supposed to be eating, drinking no bread, nor turning back, right? So at this point, he's using the action, meaning he's not being lazy. He's putting forth the work of the Lord, and he's listening to the charge that Yahweh gave him. Come on.
So he went another way, and returned not by the way that he came to Bethel. Now there dwelt an old prophet in Bethel, and his sons came and told him all the works that the man of God had done that day in Bethel.
He walking around, he doing signs and wonders. Everything all good. Come on.
The words which he had spoken unto the king, them they told also to their father. And their father said unto them, what way went he? For his sons had seen what way the man of God went, which came from Judah. And he said unto his sons, saddle me the ass.
He like, look, we could go get him. They need some work. They could go get that ass. Saddle that
ass. What is Bible action packed?
He said unto his sons, saddle me the ass. So they saddled him the ass. And he rode thereon and went after the man of God and found him sitting under an oak. And he said unto him, art thou the man of God that camest from Judah? And he said, I am. Then he said unto him, come home with me and eat bread.
Now look, he told him. He said, hey, I was told not to. He just told the other king. He said, I won't even come to your crib if you offer me half of it, right? He's following Charles. He said, I ain't supposed to eat, drink, nor turn away. They done came from Judah. He done sat up the ass, left from Judah, went to find him. He's sitting under a memory tree, receiving some instructions. And he like, hey, ain't you the man of the Lord? He like, yeah, I am. He like, look, turn back, come back to the crib with me. Notice he just came from there. He said, don't go back where you came. Right. Don't turn and go back that way, right? Come on.
And he said, I may not return with thee, nor go in with thee. Neither will I eat bread nor drink water with thee in this place. For it was said to me by the word of the Lord, thou shalt eat no bread nor drink water there, nor turn again to go by the way that thou camest. He said unto him, I am a prophet also as thou art. And an angel spake unto me by the word of the Lord, saying, bring him back with thee into thine house.
Now look, check this out. So if the Most High tell you something, and even if another angel come tell you something different, you already received instructions. Right. So if the Most High don't come back to you and tell you to do it, then why is you going to fall for the okie doke anyway? Right. So we see that he's finna fall. He's finna actually become lazy because he's finna do this for worldly gain. For worldly gain and not to gain the kingdom. It's a difference. So like I was saying earlier, you can work a 9 to 5 all the day and put in all this overtime, have many degrees in school, have cars, all these possessions. But if you're not following what thus says the Lord, you are considered a slothful person. Period. Come on.
I heard. Y'all write this down here. Y'all notes to back it up. Galatians chapter 1. Galatians chapter 1.
6 through 11.
1 through 8. I'm not 1 through 8, 8 through 10. Galatians chapter 1, 8 through 10. Just to back up this whole story right here. Because old boy said, I'm a prophet too. Yeah. And the angel told me that he should have been like, I didn't get the memo. It don't matter. When somebody else told you, I got specific instructions.
Straight up.
So listen to this real quick. Galatians 1 and 8. But though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. As we said before, so say I now again, if any man preach any other gospel unto you that he hath received, let him be accursed. But do I now persuade men or Yah? Or do I seek to please men? For if I yet please men, I should not be the servant of the Messiah. So Paul put that on the line himself, Galatians 1, 8 and 10. It don't matter if an angel showed up talking something different. In all his majesty. You understand? If he showed up speaking something contrary to what you've been commanded, count him down or cursed. See, so you can't even get emotional. Somebody told you, the angel told me to tell you this, and it's against what you've been commanded to do, then you already know that's not of the Most High. And then you beat the prophet, he blind.
Yes.
Like, the angel told, I'm a prophet too. The angel told me to tell you to come on. As if that trumped what the Most High commanded him to do. See, so Paul went on record in Galatians said, look, even if an angel showed up in all his glory, in all his splendor, looking powerful and majestic, looking so frightening you passed out. If he say, hey, it's okay if you touch a little boy. Count him down. That ain't of the Most High. You feel me? Just like with him right here. He had a mission. You weren't supposed to go back the same way. You weren't supposed to eat, drink nothing. Go, pronounce my word, get up out of there.
That's right.
Don't holler at nobody. Don't go meet nobody's company, nothing. And then he just got him off his game until my angel showed up and told me, you good. You ain't gotta listen to God. The angel told me, you good. Drop your guards that quick.
That sound like the guard?
It sounds just like
Huh?
Yeah.
You ain't
The
got
Lord told me that
man.
he don't know. He's like, look, surely you won't die.
Right.
Alright? Come on with it.
Yeah, it's funny, you see the order first, always, just like saying the garden. What did the Lord tell you to do? He talking about to listen to the tree in the midst, good and evil. In Israel, what did the Lord tell you to do? Not to go back, not to eat nothing, drink nothing, go back to that same place. And here comes the response to it.
It's just don't be sluggish, don't be lazy, because if you're not following the commands, that's what you're falling up under. You're falling up under law breaking. Law breakingness is laziness. You know what I'm saying? You stopping doing the work. You're not earnestly seeking him no more. Because if you was, you wouldn't have turned back. Period. That's all it is. Come on.
And notice when you get the command too, not to cut you off, Robert, when you get the command too, there's always a test coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't never just get the command and you just, ice skate for the rest of your life into the kingdom. Here comes the test.
Yeah.
See if you really believe in what you've been commanded.
Yeah, for real.
You feel me? And sometimes it ain't even nothing, it ain't even a fancy misdirection. It be something very simple. Right in your face. See if you really believe that. You can eat all these from the fruit from all these trees except for that one right there. Don't touch it. Don't eat it, don't touch it. Right? Right. The serpent show up and say, hey, what did God command you? He said we can do all this except that. Hey, you ain't got to listen to him. He just know this, he don't want you to have no fun. You see? So whenever you command it, we teach a lot about the commandments of faith. Know a test is coming though. You've been commanded, you've been put under order, but a test is coming. To see if you really have faith or belief in what the Most High has commanded you to do. Right. Mama D, you got something?
Yeah, that's just like come on with your first line.
Yeah.
That's in that area.
Yeah. The first mind is always the command of the Most High. That second mind is that doubt. You ain't got it's okay. Loosen up. Have a little fun, You're too uptight. But it's always the first mind that's the Most High. That's the spirit of the Most High. The second mind is to cast doubt on what the first mind told you. And to see if you really believe it or not.
And if you actually peep that, that's a lust to not listen. Because he just told you, don't turn back. You just repeated it twice. Right. You repeated it twice to two different people. So but then he come in, he feed you a lie, which you know is off, because you know scripture. You know where you got your command from, but then you fall for it. You fall for it. Like, secretly, deep down, you didn't want to listen anyway. Deep, man. Come on.
We'll read that verse 18 again. Yeah. He said unto him, I am a prophet also as thou art. And an angel spake unto me by the word of the Lord, saying, bring him back with thee into thine house, that he may eat bread and drink water. But he lied unto him. So he went back with him, and he did eat bread in his house, and drank water. And it came to pass, as they sat at the table, that the word of the Lord came unto the prophet that brought him back. And he cried unto the man of God that came back from Judah, saying, Thus saith the Lord, for as much as thou hast disobeyed the mouth of the Lord, and hast not kept the commandment which the Lord thy God commanded thee, but camest back and hast eaten bread and drunk water in the place of which the Lord did say to thee, eat no bread, and drink no water. Thy carcass shall not come unto the sepulchre of thy father.
Well, that's crazy. Your body won't even go back to your fathers.
Notice the judgment of the Lord is coming out the lying prophet's mouth.
Yeah.
They sure did.
Told him to come on back and eat.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Come on.
And it came to pass, after he had eaten bread, and after he had drunk, that he saddled for him the ass, to wit, for the prophet whom he had brought back.
He think he's going to be on his very way.
Right. And when he had gone, a lion met him by the way and slew him. And his carcass was cast into the way. And the ass stood by it. The lion also stood by the carcass. And behold, men passed by and saw the carcass cast in the way, and the lion standing by the carcass. And they came and told it in the city where the old prophet dwelt.
And you see that? Now, if you see a dead body with a lion by it and an ass standing by it, what you gonna shoot the lion off and go get the body? Or you gonna go tell somebody about it? Because obviously the lion just had to bit them all up and killed him. They're like, man, look, I'm not gonna go over there and shoot that lion away. He got blood all in his mouth.
Right.
All because he didn't follow his charge. All because he got deceived by somebody. He wanted to believe a lie. When he just said out of his own mouth the charge that he was supposed to do. That's laziness. He turned his back from his charge. You know what I'm saying? He had the fire on him at first and then he lost the fire. Because he was confident with the first one. He said, if you give me half your house, I won't come and eat and drink with you. Right. Ain't that's confidence? Right. Where did that fire go with this dude? Right. Didn't it leave quick? Same thing that be happening to a lot of us. We get this truth and we be having this fire, we be having this zeal, then we just lose the zeal. Then I see you every now and then in class. See you every now and then at feast days. Then you don't see them at all. Then they just pop up every now and then. Then you don't hear from them at all. You run into them in the streets and they be looking all the way off. You see them in concert. You be like, man, whole legion has attacked this brother. All because you developed something called slothfulness.
And then they ask you still in that Bible?
Right, you still in that Bible. Well, apparently you not. Yeah, come on with it. 26. 26.
Right. And when the prophet that brought him back from the way heard thereof, he said, it is the man of God who was disobedient unto the word of the Lord. Therefore the Lord had delivered him unto the lion, which had torn him and slain him according to the word of the Lord, which he spake unto him.
And all he had to do was not turn back. All he had to do was just keep the word of the Lord, keep it pushing. That's it, just keep the charge. Come on.
And he spake to his sons, saying, saddle me the ass. And they saddled him. And he went and found his carcass and cast it in the way. And the ass and the lion standing by the carcass, the lion had not eaten the carcass nor torn the ass. And the prophet took up the carcass of the man of God and laid it upon the ass and brought it back. And the old prophet came to the city to mourn and to bury him. And he laid his carcass in his own grave. And they mourned over him, saying, alas, my brother. And it came to pass after he had buried him that he spake to his son, saying, when I am dead, then bury me in the sepulchre wherein the man of God is buried. Lay my bones beside his bones. For the same which he cried by the word of the Lord against the altar in Bethel, and against all the house of the high places which are in the cities of Samaria, shall surely come to pass.
Like what he prophesied was true. He didn't finish his job. See, so you get put on a mission from the Most High, finish. You can't let emotions get in the way. You can't let your own mind get in the way. You give them charge, you give them instructions, finish your job. If not, this could be your end right here.
Yeah.
You feel me? And they be like, well, hold on, for the majority of the way he was good. Close only count buckshots.
Yeah.
That's it. Close only count in buckshots. That's what come out of shotgun. You ain't gotta be deadly with your aim with that. If you shoot in the vicinity, you hit your target. That's only when close count. Close don't count with the Most High. You understand? You either finish your job or you don't. And if you don't, that could be your end right there. And the trip about this, you wouldn't be on your job from him if you couldn't finish.
Right.
You just allow outside influences to hinder what you're supposed to be doing. Right. Now the trip about the Messiah did that. Dang, I can't go do the work because Herod talking bad about it. Pharisees talking bad about my mama. My cousin over here tripping. Think about everything, every excuse you come up with not to finish or do what the Most High calls you to do. It's a million excuses. But that's why the scriptures say it's without excuse. You ain't gonna have no excuse in that day. Because the Messiah ain't having an excuse, you definitely ain't got one. There are no excuses. Just get her done. Leave it out like they say, like in football, whatever. Leave it all on the field, man. Give it your all. You know what I'm saying? But don't half-step with this thing. That's what happened to this brother right here. He was a prophet of the Most High, sent on a mission. What he said came to pass. You understand? But for 1 second, he took his eye off the prize.
He killed him. He lost his life.
It cost him his life. How about that not be us?
Straight up. Like you said, what happened if Christ was on that? Like on some lazy stuff. I don't feel like dying for all these people.
Praying again? I gotta pray again. I gotta go meditate again, y'all. Getting lazy with the Most High.
Yeah. I was going to sleep. Instead of getting up and standing up and facing the east, you lay on your stomach, turn over. Like, where's the zeal? Where's the zeal? You know what I'm saying?
Laying towards Jerusalem.
Yeah. Get out your bed and pray for the Lord.
Laying towards Jerusalem.
You gonna lay there on the floor.
Oh man. Come on, let's finish that off.
Verse 33. After this thing, Jeroboam returned not from his evil way, but made again of the lowest of the people priests.
This old boy with the dried arm in the beginning.
Still ain't listening.
He done got a miracle performed on him. Show y'all short memories we had. His arm dried up. He done got restored. And he say, look, later for that. I'm past that. I mean, keep being evil. That's crazy. Man, we crazy, man. I'm telling you. Crazy.
Crazy and lazy.
He made again of the lowest of the people priests of the high places, whosoever would he consecrated him.
So he just took whoever off the streets and made him a priest. But then according to the Torah law, you had to meet certain requirements to be a priest. Up in the mo, he just making whoever a priest. Willie the wino, you a priest, bro. Just scared you a priest. Come on in. Somebody just doing what he wants to do.
Crazy. And he became one of the priests of the high places. And this thing became sin unto the house of Jeroboam, even to cut it off and to destroy it from off the face of the earth.
Ooh, that's crazy. Open more of that story, somebody. Like, that's it. That's keep charge. Don't turn back. Don't get lazy. Because all laziness is getting a job, getting a position, getting a charge, and not completing. That is being lazy. You couldn't complete it because you turned back. Sitting on your hands, twiddling your thumb. And that's all. Get back to Proverbs. Proverbs 24.
I got that little 9 too.
Okay. We're going to get judged. Back to Proverbs. We're going to get judged. Proverbs 24. That's a good one right there. Let's start at verse 30. Proverbs 24, we're going to start at verse 30 and read it on now. Yeah, what did you say, sir?
27.
Proverbs 27 and 30, 34.
27, 24,
27. Hold on, bro.
24 and 27.
No, we're doing Proverbs 24.
Verse 27.
And then we're going to read it to 34.
What verses you starting at, man?
27.
27.
No, good, man.
See this, man? What's going on up here? Make this difference.
Get her done.
Proverbs chapter 24, verse 27. Prepare thy work without and make it fit for thyself in the field. And afterwards build thine house.
Sound like work, don't it? Come on.
Be not a witness against thy neighbor without cause, and deceive not with thy lips. Say not, I will do so to him as he had done to me.
Don't render evil with evil.
I will render to the man according to his works. I went by the field of the slothful, and by the vineyard of the man void of understanding.
So he went by a field that was slothful and lazy. And by a man that was void of understanding, right? Come on.
And lo, it was all grown over with thorns and nettles.
Because he ain't been tending the flock. He ain't been tending the garden. And got poison ivy, bushes in there, weeds growing up on the side of the barn, all because he ain't been tending to it. Now the thing about this, if you plant seeds, you come into the truth, you on fire. So you come into this field, you just became a foreman, you plant all these seeds, but then you just stop doing everything else. It's still gonna rain and the sun's still gonna shine, meaning these seeds are gonna grow. But you stop tending to the garden, right? So how is you gonna get to your crops when you gotta walk on poison ivy, bushes, thorns, all because you ain't been keeping it up? So you started the race, you started out good and then you stopped. How is you gonna be able to harvest your fruits from your land? How? Come on.
With thorns and nettles had covered the face thereof, and the stone wall thereof was broken down. Then I saw and considered it well. I looked upon it and received instruction. Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to the sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that travaileth, and thy want as an armed man.
You get that? So look, if you can have all these possessions and all of that, but if you're not putting forth your hands to reap the benefits from them, it's all in vain. So if the kingdom is right here, and all you gotta do is walk and go through your trials and tribulations to get there, but you just sit on your butt all day, how can you get the kingdom? It's impossible, ain't it? Sister, you have a question?
I had to go back since it falls, but verse 28, where it says, do not
A witness against thy neighbor without cause.
what is that saying? Mind your own business?
That means don't be lying. Don't be accusing your brother and it ain't a cause for it, especially if you ain't got no evidence or nothing like that. So don't be a witness against him without a cause. Yeah, without cause. You know what I'm saying? So like if he haven't done nothing to you, then why are you pointing fingers at him? With bearing false witness.
If he didn't steal your money, why are you saying he stole your money?
Oh, so that's lying?
Yeah, you've been a witness with him, you've been a false witness.
You know, like they can cook up false witnesses all the time, like in court or whatever. Or look in the book of Susanna and his father. Remember they seen the beautiful sister, they wanted to run a train on them. The judges, they were trying to get down with the sister. They was like, look, you better do this, or else we're gonna tell everybody, you know what I'm saying, that he saw you and a young man over there getting it in. And you married to somebody else, so you gonna get stoned. You feel me? They was willing to be a witness against her without cause. They were willing to cook up false testimony if they didn't get their way. You see what I'm saying? They do what they happen all the time in court.
Yeah.
They come on false witnesses, a false witness basically.
Yeah. So don't lie to your brother and say he did something he didn't do. Yeah, that's made.
Slander without evidence.
Let's hit. Let's
You finish at 34?
Yeah, let's finish it off. So what you trying to
Yeah, we finished at 34.
You said Luke what?
Luke 12.
Luke 12. 16 on down. We'll hit a few more, get to one more story, we're gonna get about it.
Hey, guys, question. Does anybody know what Christ, if he had a job or something, if he had done anything? What Christ, a job Christ had? He had a job. He was a carpenter, right? Do you know anything he did? He built. I mean, you know he's a carpenter, so he had to build stuff, right? He built the table. Yeah, I think it's a sort of things like a table or a chair, but it don't really speak that much about certain things he built as a carpenter. You get what I'm saying? It don't speak of little things that he built. We can actually name those things, you know what I'm saying? We're not talking about the building of the nation. We can see the difference of the spiritual more than the physical. You know what I'm saying? For us him building anything, we know he's a carpenter, but it's not talking about he built this block full of cribs, he built this over there. We ain't really talking about that, you know what I'm saying? He building you up in spirit about his father, you know what I'm saying? So it's more spiritual than what it was of a physical thing.
He said, I'm going to prepare you a house. I'm going to go build you a house. Right. And he was a carpenter. He carpenter of men. Exactly.
Yo, Ed Bond.
Yo, hey, I just want to ask top right quick, and then y'all address it, say so quick. The difference between saying Jesus and saying Yahushua. They're different.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Grab it
wrong saying Jesus.
Right, grab the records. Grab G2424 out of the records. G2424. That's going to refer you to a Hebrew H3091. That's a good question, Doc. That's a good question. And then look, go ahead and grab John 19 to 20 about his crucifixion.
G2424 of the Hebrew 3091.
So we're going to grab that one too. We're going to grab both of them. So the Greek entry for Jesus, G2424, just refers you back to the Hebrew name in the Old Testament. Go ahead, I'll put it up.
Jesus, i.e. Joshua.
I.e. who?
I.e. Joshua.
In other words, Joshua. Joshua was the successor of Moses, whose name means something in Hebrew. So it says, i.e. Joshua. Just like when you read in the New Testament, it'll say Isaiah and it's talking about Isaiah. It'll say Elias and it's talking about Elijah. It'll say Osi and it's talking about Hosea. You see what I'm saying? A number of Greek renderings for Hebrew names. Go ahead, bro.
The name of our Lord and 2 or 3 other Israelites.
The name of our Master, the Messiah, and 2 or 3 other Israelites. So look up H3091 because it refers you to a Hebrew name. Notice it, i.e. Joshua. I trip off the definition of Joshua. So look, we need Matthew 1:21 and John 19:19 and 20.
You want that Matthew first?
Yeah, grab Matthew first and then John 19. We show how he was crucified, how he wrote his name. Go ahead.
H3091.
What did it say?
Yehoshua.
Yehu?
Yehoshua.
It just referred to G2424 for Jesus in the Concord refers you back to Yehoshua, Joshua in the Hebrew. What Yehoshua mean?
Yehoshua or Yehoshua. From 3068 and 3467, Jehovah saved.
Yahweh has saved. Yah has saved. That's what Joshua or Yehoshua means in Hebrew. Yah has saved. All right, go ahead.
Like what's the bro say? Like that's not saying like.
Look, let us finish. We'll come back. Let's finish the whole thought process. Go ahead.
Joshua, i.e. Joshua, the Jewish leader. Joshua, and Joshua.
There you go. Now look, grab Matthew 1:21, and then grab John 19. Show how he was crucified, how they wrote his name.
Matthew 1:21.
Come on, let's get it, man.
I thought they was trying to get it back.
Let's finish our thought. We'll take the question when they come.
All right, Matthew 1:21.
Yeah.
And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins.
He shall save his people. That was the definition he just read out of concordance in H3091. You got John 19, Hebrew?
Yeah, I got John 19.
Yeah, John 19 and 9. Now this is at his crucifixion. Keep up how his name was written.
And Pilate wrote a title.
Take John
19, verse 19 through 20.
Say 19:21.
19 to
John
20.
19, verse 19 through 20.
19:20, right?
Yeah, y'all ready?
Yeah.
And Pilate wrote a title and put it on the cross. And the writing was, Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews.
So the writing over his head was Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews. Now how was it written? Go ahead, Hebrew.
This title then read many of the Jews, for the place where Jesus was crucified was near to the city.
Yeah.
And it was written in Hebrew,
Yahoshua,
and in Greek,
that's where you get Jesus from,
and Latin.
and Latin. His name is written in 3 different languages at his crucifixion. That's That's according to the text that we just read. Another question?
And check this out. He said Hebrew, right? This is Hebrew, Yahawashah. This is the Greek, Yahawashah. This is the Latin, which is Yahawashah. And if you break down the English, you see where the word changed to the J and all that. It ain't nothing but a translation to Jesus. Still the same Hebrew word Yahawashah. They go to hell with translation from. You can look it up and all of that. It's translated from Greek all the way to English, and it shows you the translations, how the I became the J, how the E was the Ios, and all of that. Like that's his name. Jesus. There's no difference. No difference, bro.
That's how his name was brought.
Yeah, that's how his name was brought to Jesus. No, not to nothing. That's how his name was brought to the English word Jesus.
The works he did still exist. So how are we not talking about that?
We as people brought his name to nothing.
Oh.
By transliterating or translating the name of the king.
No. And transliteration and translation is something totally different.
You bring his name to nothing if you ain't doing his work and you blaspheming him. That's bringing his name to nothing.
And transliteration is saying in Hebrew, if I say ani ahed, atah, and I say it in English, just the translation, that means I love you. But if I say ani ahed atah and I say I hate you, that's a transliteration. A translation is just when it's in a different language, two different languages, but the meaning is the exact same. So that's the translation of his name. The thing is, you don't speak full Hebrew. I don't speak full Hebrew. We all speak English. We in captivity. So why are we speaking all these words that we don't even understand? So the English name for Yahawashah is Jesus. Same meaning, same definition.
And it means Yahuwah is salvation.
It means he who saves, yeah.
Yeah.
Who saves?
All right, let's get back to it. You got something, Dick?
If we can't say Jesus, then let's close this book up.
And
let's find this
stop
book.
talking English all
Yeah, let's not even say no name. Jeremiah.
Everybody get on math class and learn.
Judah. Nothing. Because we finna change everything up.
I mean, look, it came out for the proof, right? Like, look, we believe that the Bible ain't tampered with, period. That's how we rock.
Right.
Now, even when we ain't making concordance up, the concordance even refers you back to the Hebrew, Yahushua. Even the scripture itself said his name was written in Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. And when we read Matthew 1:21, it said he shall save. So we got the definition of his name attached to his name written in there.
Right.
Whatever more you want from us, we shoot straight out the scripture.
Right.
Dealing with the scripture, we not off. Now somebody will tell you, well, that means Zeus. But Zeus was born on the island of Crete.
Yeah.
Right? And was the son of some other Greek gods or whatever. Christ in the Bible was born in Bethlehem.
That's right.
You feel me? So it's totally different. Father Joseph, Mother Mary. You understand? So it's totally different. Matthew 11, yeah, let's get that real quick too. Matthew 11, 1-6. When John the Baptist, who was his cousin, John, Yachanan the Immersion, don't say no J, Yachanan the Immersion, who was his cousin. When he asked him, he said, are you the one that should come or should we look for another? He didn't respond and say, yeah, I'm the one that should come. My name is so-and-so. Pronounce my name like this. He responded back with the work that's getting done. That was the evidence that his father had sent him. Let's read Matthew 11, 1-6. Like, we're going to shoot out the scripture. If you can use the scripture and show that we off, then you would have an argument. But if you don't got no evidence to put in the evidence file, then in court, you just argue on emotions. And emotion don't hold up in court. Alright? This is the record, the Bible. Grab Matthew 11, one of the brothers, 1-6.
Matthew chapter 11.
Yeah, we don't deal in emotion or coulda, shouldas, or wouldas, or what somebody said off the internet. We're going to shoot out the Bible.
And the fact of the matter is, we speak English.
Let's do Matthew 11, 1-6 real quick. And we need Zephaniah 3. I mean, we can do this. We do this all the time, dealing with the names and all that. It'll turn to a whole class. But you know, we do this all the time. You ain't the first one that came out here and like, dang, they say Jesus, they know the Hebrew. We do this all the time. There are about 100 scriptures that you're going to have an answer for. Not to embarrass you, it's just what it is. Like, we do this. How I got down, that's what I thought when I first came around 12 years ago. Y'all saying Jesus? They still got me on tape my first day in class. I couldn't believe it until Daniel Solomon sat me down and threw some scripts out there that had me like, no, I ain't got no answer for that. Why you don't got an answer for that? Why don't you? You brought this script but left all these scripts off the table. Then you start seeing, well, no, the Bible ain't tampered with what I thought was tampered. That's it. That's all it is. Somebody told you Jesus meant Zeus, and you ain't say, well, hold on, Zeus was born on the Isle of Crete and not Bethlehem. Christ means Crisco oil, and not Mashiach, Messiah. You understand? You ain't the first one. I was in that very seat when I first came to class over a decade ago. But there's so many scriptures you won't have an answer for. You either gonna have to say, well, no, the Bible's tampered with, or hold on, the doctrine that I thought was right is actually false. One or the other. Those are the only options. So let's get this right here.
Matthew chapter 11, verse 1.
Matthew, I heard all the arguments, trust me. I heard them all. Matthew 11, verse 1.
And it came to pass,
Yeah.
when Jesus had made an end of commanding his 12 disciples, he departed thence to teach and to preach in their cities. Now when John had heard in the prison the works of Christ,
Heard the word of Christ, or Messiah, Mashiach.
of the works,
The works of Mashiach, go ahead.
he sent 2 of his disciples,
Uh-huh.
and said unto him, Art thou he that should come, or do we look for another?
Now this is his cousin, right? He ain't never 6 months older than his cousin. And he knew his name, saying his name and all that. You the one that should come, or should we be looking for another? I've been hearing about your works. Not that he ain't never knew his name before. It's his cousin. He know his name. He know how to pronounce his name and what dialect of Hebrew they were saying. But when he heard about the works, he like, well look, either you the one that should come, or should we be looking for somebody else? Let's read.
Yahushua answered and said unto them, Go and show John again those things which ye do hear and see.
You go tell John what you hear and see. Come on, Hebrew.
The blind receive their sight,
They pronounce my name Yehoshua.
and the lame walk.
The blind, they pronounce my name Yehoshua.
The lepers are cleansed,
They pronounce my name Yeshua.
and the deaf hear.
You see, it was all works that he reported back. Look, go tell John all this work that's getting done. Let's read, Hebrew.
The dead are raised up,
Uh-huh.
and the poor have the gospel preached to them.
Yeah, come on.
And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me.
So he answered back with work. He answered back with a name. The work proved what he was doing. It's the difference between Leroy at the tire shop and Leroy that working really good.
No doubt.
We just read that he wasn't the only one with the name Joshua or Yahushua. There was 3 other Israelites named that as well. So what distinguished him from the rest?
The work.
Was the work that was getting done and proven.
And that's the thing about a name, like a name is like, the name is like a title that characterizes the actual being. You know what I'm saying? So
We need Zephaniah 3.
So whatever your name is, your name can be the same name that other people share. You know what I'm saying? But then we have to look at what behind the name after that. Or the title behind the actual being is the characteristics behind it.
What does name mean? You know what name means? What does name mean? What's the Hebrew word for name and what does it mean? What does Shem mean? Character and what else?
Right.
You just said it. Character and authority. Characteristics and authority. That's what a name means. Yeah, but you're still saying vibration and not work. If it says his name means he shall save. So it's action behind it. It's the action he did to prove he was who Yahweh sent. It was the action. It wasn't because he walked around and said, my name is Yahushua. My name is Yehoshua. The Father, Yahweh, called him Son. And the Son, Yahushua, called him Father.
Yeah.
That's it. It was the work that proved who he was. Let's further prove it. Let's go to Zephaniah 3, one of you brothers, 8, 9. We need Revelation 19. 10 through 13.
How you shame your father's name? You don't shame, if his last name is Foster, you're not shaming Foster, you're shaming his authority, you're shaming what he worked for, you're not shaming his actual name. The name is the characteristics and authority of it.
Yeah, like if your father left you a business, you know what I'm saying? Say you own your own business, your father left you a tree cutting business, right? And then you spent, you inherited his business, but you spent everything he did burning up his contacts, burning up his good work. You understand? You leave the work site dirty, you don't clean up your hand, and you look up at this whole business that he worked so hard for 30 years, it's ran into the gutter based off of your actions. Not because you call him Pops and your other brother call him Dad. It's all action. It's all character. You said it. Shem means character.
Yeah.
Well, let's read Zephaniah 3:8-9. That's Revelation. Let's get back to the topic.
Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, says the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey.
Now, this day hasn't happened yet. The Most High ain't rising up to the prey. Meaning he start hunting. You feel me? He start getting some get back for all the wickedness that's going on. Go ahead, bro.
For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
That's Second Peter prophesied about that in Second Peter. About the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night, and the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the heavens being on fire shall melt with fervent heat. That's what Zephaniah is prophesying about too. Same thing, same vision Peter called. Go ahead, Hebrew. So this hasn't happened yet. He done flooded the earth, but he ain't brought fire to the earth. All right, let's read, bro.
For then will I turn to the people.
For when?
For then will
Go ahead.
Will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may call upon the name of the Elohim to serve him with one consent.
Then he's going to restore a pure language.
So we ain't speaking none of this.
It's like different argument going on. If it's pronounced like this. So, you know, some people argue, and because you said Yehovah and not Yahweh, that he can't talk to you. Or you said Yehovah and not Yahweh. Or you said Yehovah and not Yahweh. I've heard it all. Like people should straight not associate with you because you pronounce his name wrong. You see what I'm saying? But he's saying with your heart, you know, it's spilled milk. You know, or you spill milk to clean it up. He said, then I'm going to return to the people of pure language. That they may all call upon me with one consent. That means every language we speaking got some taint to it. It ain't pure.
And they won't be existing no more.
Yeah. Let's do this Revelations real quick. Revelation 19 is another good one.
So whether you say Yahushua, Yahoshua, Yeshaya, or Jesus, or Jesus, all the word is going to be a pure language restored.
And what's them works behind that name?
Right.
You ain't talking about a robber when you say Jesus, are you?
Right.
You talk about somebody who's saving everybody.
That's right.
He will say Jesus.
Do Revelation 19. I mean, then the whole point would be nobody is even speaking the pure language. So ain't none of us saying the name that he gonna come with. That's right. Nobody. So the argument about how you say it and what it is a mute point. It's out the window with that.
It works.
Because if ain't nobody speaking it, if that day ain't came where he would restore the pure language, because the earth ain't been devoured with the fire of his jealousy, then we arguing over the wrong thing. We need to be focused on doing what he commands us to do. That's what we need to be focused on. Go ahead, you Revelation 19. Go ahead, 10. Read 10 through like 13.
Revelation chapter 19, verse 10.
Yeah.
And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Jesus. Worship Yahweh. For the testimony of Jesus is the spirit of prophecy.
The spirit of who?
Prophecy.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True.
Well, how about we end it all and just call him Faithful and True? We ain't gonna say Jesus, Jehovah, we gonna say the Faithful and True. Would that be a problem? Yeah, I know, come on.
And in righteousness, he does judge and make war.
In righteousness, he judge and make war. He coming back to go to war, but it'll be righteousness. Come on, Hebrew.
He said, his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew.
No, you know it.
That no man knew.
I'm the only one that know it.
You know the name?
No.
You know the name, bro?
Yeah, of course. But you know that. You talking about men. There, come on, Hebrew. Come on, Hebrew.
And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself.
Wow, come on.
And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood. And his name is called the Word of Yahweh.
And the beginning with the Word, right? That same word was made flesh. That's right. Back, I just get one more, man. One more. Yeah, then give me Revelation 3 and 12 after that.
Verse 14.
Find out when we gonna get that name. All right, go ahead, bro.
And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon the white horse.
Beautiful. The armies, the hosts, Sabbath. Come on, bro.
Clothed in fine linen, white and clean, and out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations.
So beautiful.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron. And he treaded the winepress of the fierceness of the wrath of the Almighty Yahweh. And he had on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords.
That's how we call him. King of Kings, Lord of Lords. All right, look, let's get Revelation 3 and 12 when we're done with that 16. Yeah, let's go Revelation 3 and 12 real quick. Let's show when we get that name. Remember, he coming with a name, don't no man know, but he himself. That's something Dave Solomon hit me with about 12 years ago. I came in, his name ain't Jesus! Nigga, your name Daniel! Your name Eliezer! Your name Uriah! You call the Lord Jesus! Boy, I got handled that day. I was like, oh God. And then look, the brothers I came with ended up leaving. They were so proud of their feelings. I came with 2 other brothers. So let's back news up on Goodfellas. I came with 2 other brothers to class. And they ended up leaving. They got mad. I was like, shit, we out here. I was stuck. Like, I was in a daze. Like, dang. You feel me? Because I'm like, hold on. The cats I've been studying with ain't even go over these scriptures. These go over these scriptures and on me with the response so I can respond back. You feel me? So then I go, you know, bring it back to the cats claim they were studying. They, oh, you must have been down there, stood out now. See it. And they answered with feeling and emotion. Not no script. They ain't, you know, the scripture they gave you right there, take that on down right here. You feel me? And bring them into a better understanding. What else scripture they gave you right here, take it on down here. You feel me? Back it up here, back it up to verse 1, read. They ain't do none of that. It was monkey mouth. I'm like, man, come on, I gotta roll with the scriptures, man. You doing talking. That's right. You know what I'm saying? And I've been around, it's been 12 years since then. You know what I'm saying? My first day of class, I came in the same way. Now, I couldn't stand Chief. Well, who the hell we been praying to if his name wasn't Jesus? What's going on? Lord, God? You know what I'm saying? Jehovah? All of it. Like, I'm talking about, I was like a little child, 5-year-old child with a ooze.
James didn't even exist.
You feel me? James existed 300-400 years ago. His name wasn't King James, it was King Eames. Until these scripts get pulled out, you like, I don't have a response for that. I have an emotion for it. Right. I don't have a response biblically for it. Stand down, had to. Do Revelation 3 and 12.
Revelation chapter 3, verse 12.
Yeah.
He that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my God.
He that who?
That overcometh.
What does overcome mean? Brother, do it to the end. You do it. That was the point of him. It means to endure to the end. You gotta get through all the hell and tribulation that's coming. Right. You ain't seen nothing yet. You understand?
Nothing.
Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my, this is the Messiah talking, my power, or my Father. Come on, Hebrew.
And he shall go no more out. And I will write upon him the name of my God.
So then you get the name, you gotta overcome to get the name of Yahuwah, or whatever name it's gonna be. The Messiah's God. You have to overcome to get that name written on you. Go ahead, Hebrew.
And the name of the city of my God.
Which is what?
Which is New Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Which cometh down out of heaven from my God.
Right, so heaven will be on earth. Nobody's floating up nowhere to go ice skating. Keep heaven be on earth. Right, go ahead, Hebrew.
And I will write upon him my new name.
My who name?
My new name.
You gotta overcome to get that name. He come with a name don't nobody know except he himself. You gotta overcome and endure to the end and get that. So the proof in the pudding is nobody's speaking that. When we done talking. You understand? So what do we all get over? ain't arguing over nothing once you start putting it into the proper perspective. Also, write down Psalms 138, verse 1 and 2. He magnified his word above every name. His word. His word describes his actions, his commandments, the prophecies concerning him, where he was born, how he was born, where he was ministry, how the gamble of his garments, pierced his hands, his feet, resurrected out the grave, soon to return and stand on the Mount of Olives.
Exactly.
You feel me? So he magnified his word above his name. Psalms 138, 1 and 2. So our stance, now here's the Bible ain't tampered with, it's just been translated so we can get our understanding on what it is. Whether you say Jesus, Yahushua, Yehoshua, Yahweh, 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 Hayah, that's the new name they got out here now. Hayah, Yeshaya, which is Isaiah, whatever. We talking about the works of the one that was prophesied to come. You know what I'm saying? And how we supposed to clean ourselves up, not by pronouncing the name, but by following the commands we were commanded to do. That's how you get yourself together. That's how you don't dishonor the Most High's name.
Look,
take his name in vain.
If you call him Yahushua and not call him Jesus, but you break every commandment and not keep all of them, which one gonna get the kingdom? And I call him Jesus with a J, but you call him Yahushua, but you breaking all his commandments. Who is gonna inherit the kingdom?
But isn't that breaking the commandment right there by calling him a different name?
We just went through all the scriptures.
Have no other gods before him. Have no other gods before him is the first commandment.
Right. If you don't know his name, you got Jesus before.
No. Not about this. How do you
You got that different name before the Most High.
Well, how do you take his name in vain? By doing what?
I'm calling it different.
Not sure about this. Not sure about this. Is that scripture you quote?
Yeah.
No.
What scripture?
Show that one.
Chapter and verse.
Grab Ezekiel 36 for me. We do this. I already know what it is. We do it. Grab Ezekiel 36 real quick and let my brother get back to his lesson. Let's show how you pronounce, how you profane his name. Ezekiel 36. Ezekiel 36. I need Ezekiel 36, 16 to 24. Let me know when you catch up. Ezekiel 36, when y'all remember that? Let's get this. Question is how you profane his name or take his name in vain. Yeah, I'm good. Ezekiel 36, start around verse 16. Already, you're an orator, brother. Please. Read that with the good King's English.
Reading from the book of Ezekiel, chapter 36, verse 16.
This is how you take his name in vain. That's the third commandment. Don't take his name in vain. Having no other gods before him. God ain't just in a picture. It's also in ceremonies, rites, feast days, bodies of notes. If you take any instructions from another God, that's what it is. That's how you have another God before him. Like you down with the God of Israel, but you keeping days like Halloween. That's a Sabbath to Satan. That's one of Satan's high Sabbath days, Halloween. Or you say you're down with the God of Israel, but you're an adulterer. That's taking his name in vain. You feel me? Just like what Esau did. What did Esau do? Esau looked at the eternal blessings of God and said, "To hell with it, I'm finna die. Feed me some of that you got right there." And sold it. He took his name in vain. In the book of Hebrews chapter 12, they called Esau vain and profane for that. And called him a fornicator. That ain't had nothing to do with sex. Let's do Ezekiel 36.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 36, verse 16.
Yeah.
Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, when the house of Israel dwelt in their own land, they defiled it by their own way.
By their own what?
By their own way.
Doing. Action. Come on, bro.
And by their doing. Their way was before me as the uncleanness of a removed woman.
Wow.
Wherefore I poured my fury upon them for the blood that they had shed upon the land.
No, for mispronouncing the name.
For the blood that they had shed upon the land, and for their idols wherewith they had polluted it.
Right, because a false god is an idol.
Right.
Like Buddha, like Allah.
When we say Jesus, we're not talking about that dude on one of these pictures up here. That's not.
I'm saying,
That's not who we talking about.
But look, all we gotta do
We're not talking about
Hey, all we gotta do is just shoot script. You ain't gave us one yet.
Yeah, you ain't get. We still waiting on this script from last year.
You got a goose egg right now, bro. You haven't gave one script. We dropped 10 on you. We ain't got one from you. Come on, Negro. We don't get emotional. We shoot right out the scripture.
Verse 19. And I scattered them among the heathen, and they were dispersed through the country, according to their way, and according to their doings I judged them.
According to their way and their doings. Worshiping idols. I judged them. Go ahead, Negro.
And when they entered unto the heathen, whither they went, they profaned my holy name.
Wow.
When they said to them, these are the people of the Lord.
See how we profane his name? It wasn't pronunciation. It wasn't calling him a wrong name. It was in doings, actions.
You read
the
that,
service to other gods.
You read that?
Yeah, he read it. Go ahead.
And are gone forth out of his land. But I had pity for mine holy name.
Hold on, my who?
Mine holy name.
Now, hold on. Israel is called by his name as well. That's in the scriptures. Baruch 2 and 15. Israel is called by the name of the Most High. So what do you mean he had pity on his name? Was it pronunciation, or he talking about his people? Profaning his name through their actions.
Yeah.
And then do with pronunciation. Come on, Hebrew.
But I had pity for mine holy name, which the house of Israel had profaned among the heathen whither they went.
Yeah.
Therefore, say unto the house of Israel, thus saith the Lord God, I do not this for your sakes, O house of Israel, but for mine holy name's sake, which ye have profaned among the heathen whither ye went.
We ain't read about pronunciation yet. It's been all service to other gods. Service, that's action. The other gods, partaking in the feast of the dead, but you follow the Messiah.
That's shaming his name.
Partaking, you knowing bunnies don't lay no eggs, but you on an Easter egg hunt, but you follow the Messiah.
That's shaming his name.
And having another God before him or to his face.
That's shaming his name.
That's what it is. It's all action. It ain't nothing to do with pronunciation. If that's the case, Moses ain't gonna get the kingdom because he said Moloch.
Right.
When he said don't sacrifice your children to Moloch, Moloch came off his lips.
Yeah.
When the Messiah said, I saw Hashatan fall like lightning from heaven. Ain't Satan another God?
Yep.
He said Satan off his lips. Is that violation? And if that ain't, how is saying Jesus violation?
And especially if it's 3 people named Yahweh. So how do we even know who we praying to if it's already, we read it, it's 3 people named his name. That was, people was naming their children that.
Good point.
So who was we even praying to? Obviously it's the action behind the authority and the characteristics of the name, whether it's in English or a Greek.
Let's keep reading.
Verse 23.
Yeah.
And I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them. And the heathen shall know that I am the Lord, saith the Lord God.
So you can drop it there. We got the main gist of it. Take his name in vain and profane his name is us being people and serving another God. It ain't in pronunciation, it's in service to other gods. That's what it is. Most of us grew up doing service to other gods. Whether it was on Easter egg hunts, doing trick-or-treating, false New Year's, Thanksgiving, whatever you want to call it these days. This 4th of July coming up in a couple days, yeah. All these things have to do with their gods and their culture. It had nothing to do with the God of Israel. And that's how you do it biblically. Now, when the scriptures say he come up with a name no one knows but he himself. And he say, then after I baptize the earth with fire, then I'm going to return to pure language. I'm going to ask you again, brother, do you know the name he coming with that no man knows but he himself?
In pure language.
well, we shouldn't even be arguing about that.
Exactly.
Let's let my brother finish off his class.
All right, look, he was in Luke. Let's read Luke. We're going to get a couple more scriptures.
Luke 12. But look, all those are good questions. You know, we don't duck no questions around here, but we don't get emotional either. We don't let the script speak for itself. And if the scripture is overwhelmingly saying what it is, somebody say, well, you ain't gonna say the names of no other gods. Names mean character or authority. That means the teachings of other gods.
Right.
If that's the case, the Messiah himself said Satan and he sinned me.
Right.
I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. Moses himself said, don't sacrifice the children of Moloch. Ain't Moloch a god?
Yeah.
He didn't come off Moses' lips, then he would be in violation for that as well.
And then
So without pronunciation is strictly in service and action to the idol gods, which make you profane his name or have another god before.
And that's proven with all scripture. So all we're saying, if you're going to respond to that, respond with at least one scripture.
No, we need two. Scriptures say two. We need at least two.
At least a witness.
Oh, now it's the King James version.
Okay, all right. We'll get into the language later on and see if you're ready. We'll scribe on the board later.
What? Christmas don't have nothing to do with it. Man, look, we finna get back to this lesson, man.
No, Christ, John, y'all write this down. John 1:41. You asking out the scripture again. John 1:41. Christ means Messiah, which means anointed. John 4:26 and 27. Christ means Messiah, which means anointed. And if you bring the concordance out, I'm not James Strong. John 1:41. John chapter 1, verse 41. What does Christ mean according to the Bible?
Anointed, Messiah. Anointed, a Mashiach.
What did it say? What did it say? Can one of the brothers read that? Now, you know, we got private counsels back there.
He got the Hallelujah scripture.
He got the blue letter Bible? Oh,
He got the Hallelujah.
Okay, that's cool.
He got the Hallelujah scripture.
But what does it say? What does John 1:41 say? Yeah, not true about this. John 1:41 out of King James.
It said, he first found his own brother Simon, and said unto him, we have found the Messiah, which is being interpreted the Christ.
Yeah, Mashiach, anointed, Christ means anointed. Even when you look it up in the concordance, it says anointed and it refers you back to, how you say anointed in Hebrew? Mashiach? The Messiah, the anointed. Taj the Mashiach means anointed.
So Christ means
Yes, that's all it means. That's all it means. John 4, get a second. See, we don't give you one, we're going to give you two. John 4. John chapter 4. 26 and 27.
John 4, verse 26. Jesus said unto her, I that speak unto
Starting 25.
Verse 25. The woman said unto him, I know it that Messiah cometh, which is called Christ.
Which is called who?
Christ.
Alright, so it's the same thing. Mashiach, Messiah means Christ, which means anointed. Yehoshua, Jesus, Yahushua mean he shall save. What is salvation of Yah? That's what it means. Just like Isaiah in the New Testament means Isaiah. How we know we're talking about Isaiah the 60th chapter? Like we go to Luke 4, and he go into the synagogue on Sabbath day, he read, they delivered him the scroll of Isaiah. Yeah. It says in the King James, Isaiah, right? And then he found a place in there where it was written, the Lord have anointed me to preach the gospel to the meek, to preach deliverance to the captives. That's Isaiah the 60th chapter. So Isaiah means Isaiah. That's all it means, man. So if we matching it up with the references showing you, it don't mean Zeus, it actually means what Joshua or Yahushua mean. Christ don't mean Crisco oil, it actually means Messiah. There shouldn't even be no order, because the scripture itself is defending itself. Finish that up, finish that verse up. Finish that verse,
Oh, me?
Yeah, 25.
I thought we stood at 25.
Read it again,
the woman said unto him, I know it that Messiah cometh, which is called Christ. When he is come, He will tell us all things.
Yeah, so 2 more witnesses show up. So y'all keep going.
Like you saying, Mashiach Yahawashah. This means the anointed one in Hebrew saying. That in English, I just said it in Hebrew, that in English is Jesus the Christ, which is the anointed one that will save.
Even
the
in
same thing.
In that John 4, that verse 29 say, come see a man which told me all things that I ever did. Is not this the Christ? That bitch gets on the same name.
So look, let's get back to this lesson now. We're going to read one more chapter. We're going to read the Bible. What was that, Maccabees? You want to read that Luke 12?
Yeah, Luke 12, around 16.
Let's get that and then we're going to get up out of here.
We're going to be reading from the book of Luke, chapter 12. We're going to start around 13. Everybody there? The book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 13. And one of the company said unto him, Master, speak to my brother, that he divide the inheritance with me. And he said unto him, Man, who made me a judge or a divider over you? And he said unto them, Take heed and beware of covetousness, for a man's life consisted not in the abundance of the things which he possessed. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, The ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. And he thought within himself, saying, What shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruit. And he said, This will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, Soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But Yah said unto him, Thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required. Then who shall those things be which thou hast provided? So is he that layeth up treasure for himself, and is not rich toward the Most High.
He got all these possessions and he got all this stuff, and he gonna tear down his barn and build a bigger one and keep it all to himself. Right. And all he had to do, you plentiful, give it away. But he want to keep it all himself. So God like, look, I'm coming to take your soul tonight. So when I take your soul, all this stuff that you kept to yourself is gonna be given to everybody else anyway. Come on.
Verse 22. And he said unto his disciples, Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, neither for the body, what ye shall put on. The life is more than meat, and the body is more than raiment. Consider the ravens, for they neither sow nor reap, which neither have storehouse nor barn. And Yah feedeth them. How much more are ye better than the fowl? And which of you, with taking thought, can add to his stature 1 cubit? If ye then be not able to do that thing which is least, why take ye thought for the rest? Consider the lilies, how they grow. They toil not, they spin not. And yet I say unto you, that Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. If then Yah so clothe the grass, which is today in the field, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, how much more will he clothe you, O ye of little faith? And seek not ye what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, neither be ye of doubtful mind. For all these things do nations of the world seek after. And your Father knoweth that ye have need of these things.
You see that? So he's saying we worried about all these fleshly things and these fleshly possessions, but our mind so much on that and our flesh that we forgetting our spiritual work. We forgetting to bear forth our spiritual fruit because we too busy trying to labor and glory in vain of man. And if you really think about it, it's all to be seen of man anyway. You know what I'm saying? You'll be cool riding around in a nice Honda Accord, with some low mileage, but you just gotta have the Bentley. You just gotta have it. You know what I'm saying? Like everything we do is to be seen of each other and not of God. And Solomon peeped that. He said, man, I got all this stuff. I got everything. Vineyards I had, cars, clothes, women. I had maid service, male service born in my house. And he said, I seen that all this was vanity and vexation of spirit. Because it takes away from your work of the Lord. Because it makes you put your attention on it. And that's what lazy is mean. Like I said, everybody think lazy is mean that you're not working. No, it's a lot of people that go to work every day that's lazy as hell. Because they're going to work, but they're not putting in work for the Most High. That's the difference. Come on.
Verse 31. But rather seek ye the kingdom of Yahweh.
See that? Seek ye the kingdom of the Most High.
That's right.
That's how you're not lazy. That's what stops you from being slothful. Because when you seek the kingdom of the Most High, all of the physical stuff come anyway. Come on.
And all these things shall be added unto you.
See that? All the things that he just read before, they ain't going to be added unto you. Your storehouse will be full. But you got to seek the kingdom first. Quit trying to, you chasing your tail, what they call it, chasing the check. You chasing the check and you going in circles, but ain't, look, this whole time you running in circles trying to pay bills and do all this, what you supposed to do, the Most High ain't nowhere in there. Ain't nowhere in there. And then you wonder why you're not fruitful. And you wonder why, you be like, man, it's just like I'm living check to check. As soon as I get a check, I gotta pay this and I ain't got nothing. As soon as I get a check, it go to the children. Well, maybe if you put the Most High first and quit being lazy spiritually, then everything else would be added on to you. You wouldn't be worried about it. You'd be like the birds. You better wake up and go straight to the ground and get a worm. But we don't live like that because we are spiritually lazy, but we work the hell out of our flesh. Malik, what you call it, sweat equity?
Yeah, it's called sweat equity.
You put in all this sweat equity, but you don't put in no sweat for the Most High. What you think when he told Adam to sweat of your brow? Like the spiritual meaning of that. He was talking to him spiritually too. What do you mean? He said you were going to have to put forth your hand. Remember when he kicked him out the garden, he wanted to go and get something from the tree of life. He said, no, you got to work towards it. He said when you endure to the end, then you will take hold of the tree of life. And he told him, you're going to work from your brow, meaning you're going to work to get this kingdom because you already had it. I made you and put you in it, then you sin. Now you got to work for it. Ain't no laziness. It's not a retirement plan. When he was in the kingdom of God, when he was in the garden, that was his retirement plan. So then he messed up. He slipped up and he sinned. Then he put him on earth to till the ground. And what did he tell him? You better not be lazy. Same thing he told all of us. That is our command too, to go forth and teach this word. But we too busy worried about worldly things, and that is our problem. We're lazy and we spoil. All in captivity. Don't even make sense.
Like a lazy, spoiled slave.
That even makes sense. How did that even make sense? Slave. How's you a lazy, spoiled slave? You should never be comfortable like that in slavery. Who is comfortable in slavery? Huh? We supposed to be laboring and trying to get up out of here. And the only way we can get up out of here is by putting in work. And the slothful don't put in no work for the Lord. Come on.
Verse 32. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom.
You hear that? It is his good pleasure to give us the kingdom. It's built for us. But we don't even want to put in work to get it. He took his time to make it. Christ said, look, I go prepare you a house. He went and built the house, and you don't even want to go bring a housewarming gift. You just, now come pick me up. You don't even want to go. You don't even look. You ain't even willing to put in work to get the taxi money to get to the house he built for you. You even want him to come get you too. He like, we already built the house. I gotta come get you too. Huh? Come on.
Verse 33.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we know about Exodus 23. But that would make Moses guilty because he said Moab.
Man, look,
that was written by Moses.
Holla at the class. We read it. Holla at the class.
Verse 33. Sell that ye have and give alms. Provide yourselves bags which wax not old, a treasure in the heavens that faileth not.
You hear that? He said, sell all this physical stuff you got. Sell it all, because this stuff make you stagnant. You chilling. Look, just picture a Negro that's in the truth, but he got TVs all throughout the house. He got games. He got every car, utensil, anything he wants is all inside his house. That is going to keep him away from the Lord if his mind ain't well instructed. It's too many distractions going on. That's what make you slothful. You got to get up and get out the crib. Get in these streets. Teach this word. Quit leaning on all this technology. I have to catch myself sometimes. I be studying, putting together a lesson, and I don't know how, but I end up on Facebook. Like, nigga, you putting together a whole lesson. How did you even end up on Facebook? And then you know the Facebook app look just like the Mosque Ward app, the Blue Letter Bible app. So, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's real easy to get distracted. It's real easy to get slothful. Because remember, slothfulness is when you're not putting in work for who? The Lord. But you have a physical slothfulness too. And we know that because if you don't go to work and you don't pay those bills, you ain't gonna have a place to stay. You know what I'm saying? But this same way we gotta apply to the Spirit. If you don't work, you don't eat. And he said you gonna drink new wine in the kingdom. If you don't work to pay for that wine, you ain't getting nothing. Meaning you ain't gonna be in the kingdom. So this same work ethic applies. What's up, brother?
So every single Hebrew you hear this word, got to put it back out there.
Most definitely, got to. Got to. Got to. Look, what's crazy is the Negro really, they good about that doing it in the dope and weed game. Double up, flipping all day. But you would not apply the same thing to the Spirit. I hear it all the time. I see it on Facebook, chasing the check. They even got the little emojis now with somebody running and then the little check dollar sign in front of them. Chasing the check, punching the clock, overtime, double time. It's like, dang, Negro, when you got time to put in the work for the Most High? Most High ain't on their mind. Their mind is on worldly things. And look, you be so much of the world, so lazy and stagnant in the world, when you burn up the world, you're going to get burnt with it.
That's right.
And all the ones that was putting in work in the Spirit going to be looking like, man, I'm glad I wasn't slothful and lazy as hell. Like, for real, like, spiritually, we got to get up off our ass. You know what I'm saying? We not putting in enough work. We not. You see somebody pass you up, you should be saying something. Or at least dropping the seed to make them turn around and look. Like, man, brother do it all the time. Shalom, bless you, she-bro. They be like, she-bro? What is a she-bro? You know what I'm saying?
What's up with your daughters of Zion?
Two daughters of Zion. On your head. What's up, daughter? Why is it calling me a daughter? It make you it get your wheels turning. Certain things you do, or certain apparel we wear. Like, what is that on your necklace? What does that say? Like, why is you leaving this at home? Everything we supposed to be doing is supposed to be bringing fruit. That's our whole purpose and duty. Bring fruit. Fear God, keep His commandments. Well, part of the commandments is teaching and guarding the commandments. That's not being slothful. Anything other than that, you slothful. I don't care if you work sun up to sundown. That don't mean nothing. That's part of your curse. He said you're going to sweat from your brow. What about the other work, the spiritual work, a part of the spiritual house, building the spiritual house, the spiritual job, the spiritual paycheck? What about that? We not working, but we expecting to get paid in the Spirit, and that's not going to work like that. We got to pay our landlord, and our landlord is Yahweh, Jesus the Christ. Come on.
Verse 33. Sell that ye have, and give alms. Provide yourselves bags which wax not old, a treasure in the heavens that faileth not.
Hear that? So while you going to work, make sure you working double time to stash up your treasures in the kingdom. Because ain't that what we supposed to be going? Isn't that everybody's ultimate goal?
That's right.
So while you worry about a 401k and a pension plan and all of that, you need to be saving up for the kingdom too. And the only way you can save up for the kingdom if you put in spiritual work. That means gain souls, put out fruit, guard His commandments, and teach. And you ain't got to be a teacher like I'm teaching right now. Sisters ain't got to be like I'm saying, tell somebody. Y'all got daughters, y'all got children, there's babies out here, y'all got friends, best friends. Men, you at work, tell somebody why you at work. Look, Facebook, big opportunity. Spread the truth, but don't just be an internet people or internet artist. Like, get out here and put forth your hand to the actual plow. Like, this slothfulness is gonna kill us, literally. You know what I'm saying? Look, think about a person that if you sit on your ass and eat all day, that's all you do. What happens to that person? He had a nice physique, she had a nice body, but all she did was sit down and eat and sleep. What happens to that person? She get fat, obedient. She get fat. Right, she get fat, she get obese. She starts stinking, he starts stinking. Like, he becomes deaf. Like, death comes from that. Same thing in the Spirit. Death comes from laziness. Death comes from being slothful, because for one, you're not exercising your mind. How can you even exercise knowledge if it's just all in your head? How can you even sharpen your sword? You just sharpening your own sword? Don't even make sense.
More than your own head.
More than your own head. Come on.
where no thief approaches, neither moth corrupted.
You hear that? Because them TVs that you sitting on your butt all day watching and not putting in work, somebody gonna break in your house and take it. That game you playing all day but not putting in no work, somebody gonna take that game. These women that you chasing, another man gonna lay with them. Just all these things that you so wrapped into, these worldly things, it can be taken from you within a blink of an eye. Within a blink of an eye. So he like, look, work the kingdom work. That lasts forever. None of this lasts forever. It rots, it stinks, it dies, it withers away, and it's gonna be burnt up. So why are we working so hard towards that? Why? When he just said, seek ye first the kingdom of God and everything else will be added on to you. Do you believe that? Or is this tampered with? It's just ink on paper. Come on.
Verse 34. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
So where your treasure is, that's where your heart be. If your treasures is on earth, which is in your cars, which is in your game, which is in the studio, you know what I'm saying? All these things, even pertaining to myself, is in all these things, but not to God. Guess where your heart gonna be? It ain't gonna be on God, it's gonna be on the studio, it's gonna be on the games, it's gonna be on your TV, it's gonna be on the pool table, it's gonna be into whatever you put in your mind at. That's where your treasure's at. So when he come back and he come collect all the stuff he gave you, and all you got to produce is the TV series and pool table and how you learn how to bowl a bowling ball, you can hit corners swiftly in your new Camaro. I mean, I'm saying, would that get you the kingdom of God? Huh? No. So like, we need to be exercising our faith. We need to be exercising our fruit. We need to be out here planting, actually putting forth seeds, not doing everything else we've been doing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not here pointing nobody out. Like I said, this is for everybody. Like, we need to check, like, how many people have walked past y'all just today? Just today. Women, how many sisters, how many women have walked past y'all today here? And what did you say to them? And half the time, y'all be having y'all nose stuck up in the air, don't want to speak to a woman anyway.
She got on my same dress as me.
Huh? Like, how many people are we coming in contact with and not bearing no fruit? Like, y'all realize we're gonna have to answer for that. Because you had the gift, you had the truth, and you didn't give it away. He gonna holler. And it just made me think about how many people I pass up a day. I'm like, I can't do that no more. I can't do it. She wrote.
I have a question. I just want to know how many times do you tell somebody and they just don't listen?
No, see, it ain't about if they listen or not. It's all about planting the seed and keeping it pushing. Because if you going back and forth with casting pearls all day, you don't have time to do your own work.
Seriously.
So it's all about just drop the seed, keep it pushing. But the thing is, you drop the seed. You know what I'm saying? So when he come back and get the seed, who knows? Somebody might have been listening while you was trying to drop it to the one that wasn't listening. Then they got it and took it somewhere. Because the one thing about Negroes is, when you give them something that's precious, they want everybody to know about it. So as soon as you drop the seed, they be like, do you know God? You know we the Hebrews? You know what I'm saying? You always on what Molly said when he first got the truth, he was like a Mally Mac 11. He just hitting everybody. Everybody knew the truth. You know what I'm saying? But like, why do we put timelines on our fire and on our zeal like that? As soon as we get in, we studying every day. I'm talking studying hard. You in all mystical meanings. You in different books. You on the internet. And then as the months and months pass, it just slowly decreases. And then all of a sudden, you don't even remember stuff no more. Like, what is that? What was the point? Who time did you waste? You sure the hell ain't waste God's time. He forever. You wasted your time. Right, you don't retire your own self. You know what I'm saying? You getting the truth and think that's it. And that's what he was talking about when you left that first love. You gave back that zeal. Like when you hear the faith comes with zeal. Once you get it, everybody have that zeal at first. I'm talking about be on fire, everybody. But some people keep it burning, but the only way to keep it burning is by keep giving it to other people. If you don't do that, it'll eventually die out. And that's being slothful, that's being lazy. That is a sin. That's a sin. Paul was talking about. He said, look, I know some of y'all that move and act disorderly and don't do no work at all, but are busybodies. You Negroes don't do no type of spiritual work, but know everybody's business. So obviously you're doing some type of work, but he still called you lazy. Meaning that you can work all day, every day, but if you ain't putting in work for the Most High, you lazy, you a bum, you a spiritual bum. Come on.
Verse 35. Let your loins be girded about, and your lights burn.
You hear that? Your loins guarded about, meaning you always ready to get up and what? Go. Get up and move. And your light burning. Meaning when they see they in a dark place and you walk through, they be like, hey, there go the light. We need to follow that place right there. Because that place gonna lead us to that greater light. And that greater light is Christ. Or Hamashiach. Come on.
Verse 36. And ye yourselves like unto men that wait for their Elohim, when he will return from the wedding, that when he cometh and knocketh, they may open unto him immediately.
You hear that? Like a woman on her wedding day, she be booking it, don't she? Makeup, all she can make sure her dress straight. She's ready to walk down the aisle. We're supposed to be the same way for the Lord, but you got to put in work for that. In order you can come to the marriage, you got to get in a relationship first, meet each other, go on a couple of dates. It's work involved, right? Then the marriage comes. Huh? It's work involved, then the marriage comes. We just want to be married, that's it. I'm going to sit on my butt all day. I ain't going to cook for, you know what I'm saying? Look, Yahweh Shai is our husband. We're supposed to be cooking for him, cleaning for him, make sure he's good, protecting him. We just want the benefits and not do no work for him. That's what babies do. Babies just sit up and drink breast milk all day and chill. We not babies no more. We grown. It's time to work for what we need. And we need the kingdom. Like we have no other options. It's either the kingdom or burn forever. I mean, like, ain't no in between. So we need to be putting in work. Unless you think all this fake. You know what I'm saying? That could be a possibility. Maybe that's the reason why people are being lazy and slothful, because they doubt the very book that they're reading. They doubt the very truth that they proclaim. Or they got in it and it sounded good and it looked good until they started facing them trials and tribulations. Like, oh, no, that ain't for me. And they fell back. Soon as something happened or soon as something don't go right, they don't come around no more. That's being lazy. You're not producing fruit. And you know this truth. If you died in a way, that is an unforgivable sin. Y'all know that, right? That's unforgivable. You died knowing truth and not putting forth your hand to do it. Come on.
Verse 37. Blessed are those servants whom the master, when he cometh, shall find watching. Verily, I say unto you, that he shall gird himself and make them to sit down to meat, and will come forth and serve them.
Because they was waiting at the door. I'm like, where my husband at? Oh, he right here. Before he even opened the door smash up. Come on in. I've been waiting on you. That's how we need to be. Patient, diligent, seeking, watchful. Not sitting on our butts watching TV.
Circling the drain.
It's a different type of watching. We're supposed to watch out for the second coming. Not just favorite episode. Every single day of the week. And you be even hearing the conversation. Did you see what happened in that last episode, girl? What's the 10 Commandments though? Let's start calling each other on stuff. I start hearing so much vain. I'm gonna start asking commandments and all that. I'm hearing too much vain speaking. What the work you been putting in there? Come on.
Verse 38. And if he shall come in the second watch, or come in the third watch, and find them so, blessed are those servants. And this know, that if the good man of the house had known what hour the thief would come, he would have watched and not have suffered his house to be broken through.
Straight up. Sorry. He's so lazy. He got all this new stuff, been working in this world to get these cars and clothes and all that, but he's so lazy, he's sleeping all the time. Negro done broke in and stole all his stuff. All he had to do is stay up and be watching, be diligent. He would have seen him coming from afar off. Now he's able to defend his possession. But you can't even defend your salvation because you stagnant sitting on your butt. Not doing anything. Working in vain. Laboring in vain.
Hustling back.
Hustling backwards. How is that to work put your hand to the plow all your life and then die broke? Same thing in the spiritual realm. You put your hand your hand to the plow hard, you got the zeal, and then a couple days before you give up the ghost, you decided to be stagnant and turn your back on the Most High. Because it don't sound good no more. It's not benefiting you.
Yeah. All your works for naught.
All your works for naught at this point. Come on. Benefit believers. Yeah. Come on.
Be ye therefore ready also, for the Son of Man cometh at an hour when ye think not.
So since we know that a Mashiach coming and we don't know the day nor the hour, when you get caught, you better get caught doing some work.
That's right.
I'd rather get caught planting seeds, like, oh, I got caught on the good side. I got caught planting seeds. Got caught planting seeds, not digging up seeds and eating them, sitting in my basement couch with spider webs in the corner because I ain't got them been clung up in months. Come on.
Then Peter said unto him, Master, speakest thou this parable unto us, or even to all?
He said, look, he like, look, you talking about me? Am I here being unfruitful? Or you speaking in general? Come on.
And the Most High said, who then is that faithful and wise steward?
And wise who?
Steward.
What's a steward, y'all? A servant. A servant is made to do what? Serve. We are servant of the Most High Yah and His Son. And He said, go forth and teach about the kingdom to come. The gospel, the good news. It's called the good news. Don't we want to share good news? Yeah. It seems like we don't. Your way of saying it all the time. What's the good news, my brother? Christ of Mashiach. What you mean? Y'all wish y'all the good news. What's the word? The word is Christ. So like we need to start being on net with everybody, not just amongst ourselves. You already know the truth. Only thing we can do is sharpen each other iron sharpen iron. What about these people that don't know nothing about Yahweh? That we passing, we be together, we be walking in 4 clicks. 4 clicks. 5 Hebrews running the store to get some boneless leg of lamb or something. But then pass up the whole, it's hundreds of people in the store. Who is we waking up?
Not I.
I'm not speaking about us.
Me and Yoel was at Walmart a couple weeks ago, boy. That turned into a mini Bible session up there.
Hey, fruit was game. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But how many brothers and sisters that ain't doing that? You ain't gotta raise your hands on them, but you need to check yourself.
Hey, so we gotta provoke our brothers to do good?
Yeah, look, like he said, don't count them as your enemy. He said admonish them, meaning warn them, like you better get up off your butt, boy. Yeah, because I'm going to keep it pushing regardless or not. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to do the work with me. It's going to get done regardless. And then, like, for instance, this dude, we post, like, it's not a competition. Of course, competition is vain, but it's good to have brothers like Mally and them. Like, he uploading videos, like, you like, hold on. I got me messing 6 videos in 3 days? What I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's good to see each other doing work. He had me messed up. I'm like, oh, no, I gotta throw something up ASAP. But you see that though, motivated me to do the work and make you start checking yourself. It's like, hold on, what I've been doing? I've been working lately. Like, what that got to do? They ain't got nothing to do with the work of the Lord. You don't get no sleep. You don't have an option to sleep. You see what he just said? Sleep it's the cousin of death. Sleep is the cousin of death and also kin to who? Slumbering, slothfulness. We sleep when we dead. We get rest when we dead. That's the whole point in Abraham's bosom. That's the whole point in the new kingdom. The rest from all of this BS. But we put all our energy into it and not put none towards the kingdom of God. And then look, we beating each other's face, bragging about our worldly accomplishments. Who cares? Okay, and how many Negroes got degrees? How many Negroes in school with new cars and been there, done that? What about your soul though? Because you might not even live to see tomorrow. God forbid. Come on.
Verse 42 again. And the Most High said, who then is that faithful and wise steward, whom his Elohim shall make ruler over his household, to give them their portion of meat in due season? Blessed is that servant.
You hear that? Blessed is that servant. Come on.
Whom his master, when he cometh, shall find so doing.
You hear that? When he finds you, he better find you flipping. He better find you planting seeds. You say, blessed is that person. He caught you, but he didn't catch you off guard because you've been on guard keeping his commandments. Shemar, guarding, keeping his commandments. Come on.
Of a truth, I say unto you, that he will make him ruler over all he hath.
You hear that? Ooh, come on.
But, and if that servant saith in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to beat the manservants and maidens, and to eat and drink, and to be drunken.
You hear that? Like, oh, he ain't coming, he taking too long. I'm finna go sit and be stagnant. I'm going to enjoy the wows and wonders of life, worldly things. Like driving a Ferrari 120 miles an hour is not the wows and wonders of life. Huh? We can rent that. Who cares? You got a Ferrari. You got a big old crib. And? Huh? More money, more problems anyway. And I'm not pushing no poverty Hebrew message or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Get your cake up and make sure God come before all that.
Right.
Come on.
The master of that servant will come in a day when he looketh not for him.
Because you too busy worrying about the world. You too busy being lazy. Because again, being lazy don't mean that you don't work at all. Being lazy in spirit meaning that you ain't putting forth your hand to the plow when it comes to the Most High. Come on.
And at an hour when he is not aware, and will cut him in sunder, and will appoint him his portion with the unbelievers.
Hear that? We'll cut him in sunder. Do y'all know what that means? We'll cut him in sunder. Huh? And then put him with the portion of the unbelievers. Huh? You believe, or did you believe? Because you didn't do no work, so you couldn't have believed. Because faith without works is dead. So the whole time you've been playing yourself, spinning your own wheels. Slothfulness, lazy. Come on.
And that servant which knew his master's will, and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes.
Come on.
But he that knew not, and did commit things worthy of stripes, shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required.
You hear that? So if he give you this gift, you have a duty. You already have a duty because you was born in flesh. That means you was thought about. So you have a duty. And he created you for his glory. And the whole duty of man is to fear God and keep his commandments. You put them together, that means you be a light unto others, especially unto the Gentiles. Unto your people first, then unto the Gentiles. And in order for you to be the light, the key word for that is oil. Same thing as Torah. It's pushing forth the law. You're supposed to be teaching. You're supposed to be teaching. Now, in your own particular way, of course. Because there's many members of the body and everybody got their own particular gift. But you're supposed to be using your gift to bring forth fruit. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, he had a question first, bro.
Yeah, I want to chip off that first.
Yeah, me too. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you 100%.
Go ahead.
Read it.
So, read it again.
Can you break down that?
Read it,
bro. They got
read it.
It said, but he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. Or unto whomsoever much of the
It's all off of it.
Yeah.
Reading that to the slave. Before he got beaten.
Yeah, look, the whole thing is about the Messiah telling his servants that they're accountable. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you ain't know, then you still gonna get handled, but you ain't gonna get handled like the one that did know and didn't do it.
Right.
Because too much is given, much is required. You know it's true. You understand? And you don't do what you commanded to do, there's many stripes coming for you. But had you didn't know, you still gonna get beat. But not as bad as the one that did know and didn't show up to do it.
What did he just say? Ignorance of the law is no excuse. It's kind of like when you come home from work and you told your children, don't open that door. And little Billy opened the door. You whoop little Billy in, everybody else in the house. Now little Billy gonna get it, but everybody else gonna get a couple of them too. Huh? Same situation. So ignorance of the law, there is no excuse because you see in nature, it's too many signs and orders that's in your face to see how to follow one. So whether you heard it or not, but everybody will get the chance to hear the word of God. Whether you hear it or prepare it, right? You know what I'm saying? And then you see it in nature. He shows you every day how order is. He shows you that it's a grand design. And it's up to you to seek it diligently or not, to find out. But everybody, especially Israel, we're a spiritual people. We all got that missing factor in our life before we find the truth that sent us on our journey anyway. You know what I'm saying? There's no excuse for those who in truth or not in truth. Because regardless if you're alive, truth has been presented to you. It's the reason why you were born. You was born to serve the Elohim. This is what it is. Come on.
And to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask the more. I am come to send fire on the earth.
You hear that? He coming to send fire on the earth. Come on.
And what will I? if it be already kindled.
You hear that? He say, look, you need to be kindling the fire. How is you kindling the fire if you sitting on your butt? Huh? You supposed to be putting fire into your brother's butt, getting them off his. Y'all supposed to be motivating each other. He said he coming to send fire, but you need to kindle. Huh? You need to get that barbecue pit ready. Start cleaning it out, get them coals right. Huh? Don't put your little lighter fluid on there and strike the match. Because when he come, he getting it settled, he getting it ready. But how is all that gonna get done? How is the food gonna get cooked if you downstairs watching TV, scratching your butt? Huh? Same thing in the spirit. Like how is we kindling fires if we not even putting forth truth? Don't nobody even know we coming because we supposed to be talking about the second coming of God, right? But you ain't talking about it. So how is we warning anybody? So everybody all just cut off guard. You think you ain't gonna have to answer for that? Huh? How many people you came across that you didn't warn? You think you ain't gonna have to be, you think you gonna have to answer for that? That blood ain't gonna be on your hand? Huh? You a watchman. The watchmen see if the sword come, and blow not the trumpet.
Right.
Y'all know, yeah.
You know the rest.
Yeah, that's real. So since we know and since we all watchmen, since we all supposed to be, we appointed to get each other lives in order and to show, hey, look, you ain't supposed to be doing this, you ain't supposed to be doing that. You know who you are, even to the heathens. Hey, change your ways. What your forefathers did to our forefathers, they gonna pay for it. You better get right or get left. You be a good servant in the kingdom. If we ain't doing that, then who is to warn everybody? And when it do go down, and they do get checked, and they do go to the lake of fire, because remember, ignorance of the law don't mean you gonna be all good. But you think that blood ain't gonna be on your hands? It's gonna be on your hands too. Come on.
Verse 50. But I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straitened till it be accomplished?
Come on.
Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division.
He ain't coming with no peace. He coming with a sword. He coming for war. And guess who gonna be one getting trodden down? Them lazy Hebrews too. You numbered yourself amongst the scorn at this point. Because you came into the truth, the knowledge of it, found out what you're supposed to be doing, and then turned your back. Alright, don't get caught slipping. Come on.
For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3.
Come on.
The father shall be divided against the son,
Which we see right now.
and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter,
Which we see right now.
and the daughter against the mother, the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And he said also to the people, when ye see a cloud rise out of the west, straightway ye say, there cometh a shower, and so it is. And when ye see the south wind blow, ye say, there will be heat, and it cometh to pass. Ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky and of the earth.
You hear that? So you see, you smell the morning dew. We do it all the time. Like, it's gonna rain today, and it rained. So you have all these discernment when it comes to the elements of earth, but you ain't got no discernment of the second coming of God. You stagnant and being lazy. You ain't peeping the signs. There will be no excuse. Come on.
But how is it that ye do not discern this time? Yea, and when even of yourselves judge ye not that what is right.
Come on.
When thou goest with thine adversary to the magistrate, as thou art in the way, give diligence. Give diligence.
Give what?
Give diligence.
Remember that? To seek earnestly, eagerly, to accomplish. Come on.
Give diligence that thou mayest be delivered from him, lest he hail thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and the officer cast thee into prison.
Come on.
I tell thee, thou shalt not depart thence till thou hast paid the very last mite.
So look, this class was called Woe unto a Slothful Servant. Y'all see what slothfulness is. It's time to get to work and put our hands to the plow. Later for all that other stuff. That stuff come after. Seek ye first the kingdom. And everything else will be what? Added on to you. So what comes first? The kingdom. And And what is slothfulness? What is the real definition of slothfulness? Being lazy in what?
Spiritual.
In the spirit. Spiritual. We get the physical part. We know that. We've been called that all our lives. We talking about the spiritual work.
Shiftless.
This kingdom work. Like it's time to get up off our hands.
Feeble minded.
The Most High coming. He coming. And look, it's going to be required of you of what you did and what he gave you. And you better not say, you better not be the napkin boy. Don't be the napkin boy. Huh? So yeah, that's class. Any announcements?